Decided to hit the button with the screen.
Oh, video. There we go. This meeting is now being streamed.
People are going to want to see us.
Really?
What?
Whoa, people want to see the video podcast? That's a concept.
Now you're going to put us on your phone
so that I can see the chat?
Yeah.
Well, because otherwise we have to watch like the weird delayed stream on there, and I don't.
Nobody likes doing that.
No. That's fun.
What's fun?
Apparently I hit a button at some point and it just sort of like froze the video, but that's fine, nobody's there. I will let Discord know that we are getting started. Ooh, Discord. What are you doing? Getting started.
This is the busiest time of day for Discord.
Oh, yeah, people found us. Rita's here, and Sherry's here, and Rachel's here.
I'm eating soup.
So am I. Oh, Tracy just rolled out of bed. Excellent. I rolled out of bed approximately 1 hour ago.
I've been up for a bit.
I was awake before that. I just didn't get up.
I got up
like,
well, I got up at 6 to feed the cat. Then I went back to bed till 9.
I meant to ask you, do you have any like Advil or something? Because I'm 2 weeks not sleeping in my own bed and I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
I'm feeling so
in
old.
the medicine cabinet. There's extra strength Tylenol.
Glorious. Okay, I'm gonna go grab some of that.
Yeah, go for it.
Because 2 weeks in somebody else's bed is just, I'm old. I can't do this. Oh, cats. Phaedra. Scooch, scooch.
Yeah, but up till now you've stopped and petted her every time she's flopped in front of you. Therefore, you've understood the instructions. It should be a big Tylenol bottle towards the top left-hand side.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's my medicine cabinet and I know where things are. It is there for a case of emergencies when I can't take the pain anymore and I take a painkiller. And boy, I gotta really wanna.
No kidding.
And of course, my brother-in-law bought that for me. So it's like the world's largest bottle when I needed like the travel size.
Oh yeah, well,
I will never make it through those before they expire.
Yeah.
I barely make it through the travel size ones before they expire.
Oh, okay.
So I'm good for people if they need pain meds for a bit. I got some, no worries.
Let's see. Sherry's joined us. Rita's been up for 13 hours already.
Well, yeah, but Rita's in a whole other place in the world.
She's on another plane of existence.
Really, that too. There's, well, obviously, there's like many hours have passed for her. Same with Asa. Asa's had like a whole day. It's like the evening time.
Erin's here, Karen's here, and Asa's here. Yay, everybody's here.
The usual suspects.
Clatter, clatter. I cannot tell if that's like apartment noise or cat noise. I'm just highly suspect of any unknown noises now after a week and a half with my brother's cat, who's in that adolescent, like between kitten and cat phase where he's just testing the boundaries.
Yeah, no, not this one.
Just like he knows he's not supposed to scratch things, and he'll just like look at you and like poke it without even nails. He'll just like poke it just to test you.
This one doesn't do that anymore. She's firmly in adulthood.
Yeah, well, Gilbert's 8 months old, so
he is not there yet.
Happy New Year, Jen. And also Karen said Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, guys.
It is 7 p.m. in Norway.
Yeah, some people have already had a whole day already.
That was wild.
Guys, we're having some tofu miso soup because
it's lunchtime.
It's lunchtime.
Yeah. What's that? Do you want to come be on the internet? Will you bite me if I pick you up? Probably. We have a weird relationship where you seem like you really like me, and then I try to touch you, and then you bite me.
Come here. Come here. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. We pick up like this. We dump her in our lap. Why are you wet? You've been playing in your water?
Oh, no.
This was a clean dress, ma'am.
It's not now.
There you go.
Are we friends for this 5 minutes?
Probably.
Just for now.
See, you have to balance on the top balls of your foot because if your leg perch area is not flat, we get grumpy.
Right.
And then we extend our claws, which are very
Oh,
long right now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You're gonna headbutt my boob, that's not gonna do anything. We're gonna do a cast on party. You gonna cast on some knitting with us?
Also asking, did we have fun gaming last night?
We did.
We did. We came in last and second last.
No. You were second place.
No, I wasn't. Chris was second place.
Was he second place?
By like 4 points.
Oh geez, whatever.
I was
He had
nearly.
to be somewhere near the top where he was gonna be grumpy. So Ben was miles ahead, but I always
Yeah,
lose,
what did he even do? He was like
110 before we even started calculating final points. There was no way for any of us to catch him. What? So yeah, no. Ben whumped our butts at Stone Age last night. Oh, come here, bug. Come here, bug. There we go.
Jocelyn made us dinner, and it was
did.
really great because it was all vegetables. And man, I needed a vegetable. I feel so good today.
Just because you ate vegetables.
I mean, I don't feel good from sleeping in lumpy beds.
No.
But oh, I feel so good after all the vegetables.
I made a vegan pretend loaf, and Mr. Ben helped me by cutting all the potatoes and carrots and making sure that they got cooked. And there was only one slice of meatloaf left, and he wasn't going to give it to me. So that was a successful recipe.
Okay, so I'm gonna live on the internet figure out how to make Asa a moderator so that she can handle all these weird little bots.
That might be helpful.
Yeah, how
I'm
do I
going
do
to
this?
continue to hold my cat like a baby. And we'll do our intro. Because that's what we do. So, guys, welcome to the Northern Knits Podcast. We're two friends in fiber who knit, craft, crochet, and talk everything in between. It is the 1st of January, which can only mean one thing. It is cast on party time for this year's podcast anniversary. Because we're celebrating 5 years in March, we have decided on the theme of wood, which is a traditional 5th year anniversary wedding present. We've been married for far longer than 5 years, but we're going to go with it. She's very comfortable.
Wow.
So to expand on that theme for people, just in case finding a wood named project or a wood themed knitting project or crochet project was, not really up your alley, which is fair. Not everybody loves the wood theme. We also expanded it to include the modern day gift giving, which is silverware and the gemstones, pink tourmaline and blue sapphire and daisies. So that way there was a plethora of options for everyone available. The basic rules were as follows: 3 skeins or more, an adult-sized garment. Exceptions could be made if you weren't sure. Just go ahead and DM us
Also,
and
you are now a
ask.
moderator on the YouTube channel.
And also is now a moderator on the YouTube channel. You have been warned, people. She will put you in your place. No, it's very nice.
I learned a thing today.
Good. I learned the philosophy of cats this morning while listening to the Idea channel on CBC, because that is what I listen to in the mornings, is CBC radio programs. And this is our child, Phaedra. She's 5.
Yeah, she's about the same age as the podcast.
She is about the same age as the podcast because I got her, but
few months in,
the same year we got the podcast started. Because we went through kitchen phase together.
Yes, we did. I remember this.
Because we sat on your laptop.
Yes,
When we were small enough to sit on your laptop. Now we would break the laptop.
quite possibly.
She's also warm enough now. She doesn't go looking for warm spaces anymore. She is a warm space. She is a warm space.
Shouldn't hate. Touches too much.
I think that she's comfortable lying like this. It's just the thing that blows my mind all the time. I've never had another cat that just chills like this. Just her. But hey, there you go. So I've sped through the intro. I'm Jocelyn, my co-host is
Diana.
and we are going to sit and chat and talk about what we're working on, talk with you guys about what you're going to be working on, and in theory, I get to put the monster down at some point, finish my soup, and cast on my swatch, because I haven't even swatched yet.
Swatching. We determined that swatching is for, what did we say?
Practical, reasonable people who want garments to fit the first time they finish them.
Yeah, well, okay, but I'm doing a shawl, so no swatch. No swatch.
I do not like living on the edge in that manner, because the idea of re-knitting a fingering weight sweater because it's the wrong size. No, I'm going to swatch.
Yeah,
I'm
fine.
going to
Okay,
swatch.
you swatch. I'm just going to knit a sweater and hope that I have enough yarn.
That's totally legit.
The edging on my maple leaf might end up being ever so slightly different.
It's fine.
It's fine.
What are you doing?
Karen was asking how Mr. Diana's arm is. Turns out it is in fact broken. He fractured his ulna. So he gets a cast today.
Oh, yeah, your parents taking him out to go get the cast?
His parents are taking him out to go get the cast.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So I get to be here hanging out with everybody and not sitting in an ER. And
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to tell you.
Yeah, so he's sore and sad.
Yes, and grumpy.
And I'm learning how to put socks. Oh no, he can do his own socks, but I'm learning how to lace his boots.
Yeah, because he can't do that.
He cannot, no.
For the next 6 to 8 weeks.
I know.
On his dominant hand.
I know.
Welcome to left-handedness, sir. I
Yep,
hope you appreciate being left-handed like the rest of us smart people.
He's gonna have to learn how to use a mouse left-handed.
Wait till he tries to figure out how to type because it's gonna hurt, so he can't.
One-handed. Oh God, he's
gonna have a time of it because he's an office worker. He's an office job guy. I mean, it's high-end robotics, but he cannot type with that right hand. He is finger pecking typing for the next 6 to 8 weeks. He's gonna be so grumpy. Having to go from two-handed fast typing to like finger peck typing. Oh, it's not fun. Is it? She'd stay like this for like next 20 minutes, guys. I'm supposed to be swatching.
It just says T-minus 2 minutes until Asa starts throwing us out for sass.
Maybe. I don't know, man. We give her the power. What she does with it is her own call.
Asa said, I would just do that if you don't push the like button. Sherry says swatching is for wusses.
No, swatching is for people who don't want to reknit things all the time. I like my stuff to fit when I'm done.
Asa says, I will knit trees and sorry, I'm squinting at this thing that's too far away from my face.
Well, just pull it closer.
Yeah, I know, right? I will knit trees in an undergrowth sweater. That must be wood.
Yeah, undergrowth. That's tree. It's in a wood. That counts. Why didn't you pull the behind you where it's a stand you put cameras on, but I don't have a camera.
Oh, that's a
So it means I have a phone adapter.
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
the thing that's like literally
attached to
frame,
it in
right
frame
behind my head.
Yeah, that thing right there.
Yeah, and then
because that could put the phone closer to you.
That would, yeah. Okay, let's see if I
can watch her. She's doing something.
I know.
Would you like to be sat up so you can watch her better? Did you see the stare you're getting?
I know, I'm doing something weird and different. Oh, everybody hang on to your hats.
Bug, I need you to go down now. I need you to go down now. I need to do stuff.
Okay, but this needs to come down just a little bit because now it's too high for me to read.
Kitten. This is disgust kitten face.
Oh, yes, it is. Oh,
get your claws out. Oh. Go to sleep on your thingy. Or freak out because Diana's doing stuff. Whatever you want, bug.
Okay. Rita's knitting in whole super soft yarn, no swatch.
Yeah.
Oh, and she's suggesting elastic laces for Mr. Diana.
Yeah, actually, there are elastic laces you can buy. Isabella has them, so she doesn't have to do her shoes up. You just slip your feet on and off and they secure lightly.
Be a thing. He's oh man, he's gonna have such a time with his fancy winter boots that lace all the way up.
He's not wearing them.
Let's see. Oh, Karen's doing the Minas Tariff shawl, which is based on the Tree of Gondor. That's wood, right? I think yes.
Yeah, the Tree of Gondor it's a living tree. It's wood.
Yeah, that's absolutely. I'm envisioning what this shawl must look like, and oh my gosh, I want one.
Says the woman who hasn't finished the last theme shawl that she wanted to start years ago.
This is how we roll, okay? I start a thing and then I want to do the thing and then I get distracted by other things and then I still want to do the thing and then I work on it a little bit and then I get distracted by other things. And then I forget about the thing for a while and then I find it again and I still want to do it.
And people complain about my whip.
I do that with a few things.
Shoot stuff. All right.
Oh, Rita's going for an oversized sweater, so it's fine if it's
gauges and quiters and then mine's gonna be fitted, so
Velcro is a thing as well. Yeah, we might be getting some Velcro shoes. Oh my gosh, can I find? He must be getting annoyed with me by now, but although like, okay, honey, I'll do your shoes up for you.
You've got to have fun somewhere. You're stuck doing this for like 6 to 8 weeks.
Anyway, but I wonder if we can find like light up adult sized Velcro shoes.
Oh, you have to be able to.
I want it.
Watch him get mad because he thinks he's ordered them for you. You've ordered them for him, and then they get there and they're like, no, they're mine, dude. What are you talking about?
I would wear this.
Those are my shoes.
Actually, at this point, I would just get some EL wire and like a pressure sensor and like wire them up myself.
Why would you do that much effort?
Because it's probably less effort than finding some light up shoes that don't fall apart after 3 wears for adults.
But you've forgotten, we have a secret weapon in our tool arsenal. It's called Sherry.
And Sherry is the master Googler.
Sherry is a guru of Googlesness. I don't know what god she is partnered with and has or affiliateness links for, but that woman can find anything.
This is true. This is true.
It is insane. Oh my goodness. All right.
Tracy's doing the Douglas party. That's a treat, so that works. And
Douglas is a treat.
And she's donating a prize, so no need to win one, just playing along.
She is donating a project bag. It's in our emails, which I know you diligently check.
Absolutely. All the time.
I'll make sure she looks at it later today. I can't find my free 5mm or 4mm Chogu needle cord that I have, so I'm gonna pull off this project and grab this for 4mm until I can find that one, because this one's a shawl, so gauge is not as important. Because, well, it's not.
Jen's doing the birch sweater.
Yeah, that's a good sweater.
I'm gonna have to look all these up on Ravelry now. I mean, I know I'm gonna see pictures of them in Discord like 10 minutes after after we finish today, but else I'm just still gonna look them up. Probably favorite them all.
What was really sad is I got really excited when I heard about the release of the Douglas cardi, because I was like, man, my last name's Douglas. That'd be so good. I don't like the cardigan. I'm not gonna make a cardigan I don't like. That doesn't make any sense.
No. That's fine.
So close.
There's plenty of things that are named Diana or my internet name Artemis, and they're just like,
not for you. Yeah.
They're frequently too girly.
So the reason I'm making a zodiac shawl is because I want one for Pisces that doesn't make me go, oh my God. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's hard because I've never designed lace shirts before.
So Elsa's a machine. She's already cast on and bound off a project this year.
Yeah, it was a hat, wasn't it?
It was a taller hat.
Yeah.
But you still. Aaron, I would make him buy different boots. Yeah. Yeah, he might be getting different boots for
All
the rest of
of
winter.
us sane people would make him use his adult money and buy different boots.
Actually, to be fair, we have like
What winter?
yeah, what winter in Waterloo? Like by the time we go back home,
Winter's over. You guys are getting ready for spring.
it was 3 degrees and raining when I looked it up yesterday. It is here in Manitoba.
Minus 45 with the wind chill.
Yes, it is leaping cold.
And I'm like, and you came here. What were you thinking?
God, I regret everything.
The whole point of moving to Waterloo was to be away from winter. When is she here? During the deep freeze.
I know, it's well, that's when Christmas is.
It's not unusual for us to have a deep freeze over Christmas. Some years we do,
No,
some
I have
years we don't,
regrets.
but
I have regrets. Anyway, I looked up the weather in Waterloo last night just to make myself sad. And yes, I was sad. It was 3 above and raining.
why? Why would you do that to yourself?
Anyway, the point of this is that Mr. Diana doesn't need boots.
No.
He can just wear some slip-on shoes.
Yes, he can.
And he'll be fine.
He'll be fine. He doesn't button up his button-up shirts anyway. He just wears them loosely over top of his t-shirts. He'll be fine, guys.
He'll be fine. And if he's really chilly, I'm sure I can find a shawl that's not too girly colored for him.
Or he can just live with the fact it's girly colored.
Or that.
He's married. Anybody asks, he can say it's his wife's.
Sherry is making a frozen forest shawl and a tree line sweater.
Yes, have you seen her too? She could not, you could not pick between one or the other. They're so good. So good.
I'll have to look those up.
Do, do, do.
Give Sherry a couple minutes and she will find whatever you need on Google.
It feels like it because she's always, and she always goes, please hold. And I start singing music from the elevator dun, 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 as I wait because I was told to hold. I can do that. I do that all day long. And then poof, like magic, there's the answer. And it's so nice. I'm so grateful for having a Sherry. You have no idea.
Rachel's doing the All the Lights Cardi by Hobie.
Yeah, that's a good one. There you go. That's on to the spare
Oh,
one.
Sherry's asking if we're going to make a Discord channel for the podcast anniversary.
I don't know. Ask the two people who make the channel. One's in the thread, one's sitting here.
I mean,
rarely
yeah, I
make
suppose we should. Wonderful moderator, Asa.
Huge.
Could you make us a Discord thread for the podcast anniversary?
Somehow magically got all of my yarn from Erin in this one tiny little bag.
I'm very impressed.
I put a sweater in the other one and took it to Ben's to work on last night. Great. So for the moment, because it was the closest project bag I had on hand. This is one of the ones I got for my advent calendar. And I knew what was on it and now I've forgotten.
Also is pointing out that if we do it on Discord, then we're excluding everybody on Facebook. So maybe we should do it on Facebook.
Yes. Can you make a note for yourself every day to check Facebook?
Yes.
Okay.
Remind me when we're done because my phone is currently chat.
We'll do that. I will do that. I will get Diana to set up a reminder. Facebook makes way more sense. Yes. Let's do it in the Facebook
Okay,
group.
we'll do it on Facebook.
Do it in the Facebook group. I am using some Erin yarn in the wonderful December bird colorway. And I would show you what it looks like caked up, but I put it in the yarn cozies, so it's not going to happen. They do have a singular ball band. Erin knows me.
Northern Cardinal.
With the name of the bird on it for me. So I'm going to get started on that. I'm just going to gauge swatch at the moment, so I only need the one, but I have already caked 2 balls and I put them in the matching yarn cozies with the beavers on them. Where is this doinky cute beaver? Look at him.
Oh, and there's a little bear.
Yeah, they're just,
Oh, that's so sweet.
it had to happen. Just a super chubby bear. I like it. So I'm going to do a swatch. It'll be a small swatch, but it'll be a swatch nonetheless, so that I can get, my stitch count and make sure that, because I like the fabric a 4mm needle makes with fingering for me, which seems large until you realize I was pretty much at gauge for the half moon t-shirt, which is fingering on a 4mm needle.
So
And
I'm casting on a lace shawl and I'm doing it on a 4.5mm needle.
yes,
Yeah. It is rather lacy. That's
it is very lacy, isn't it?
It is very lacy. Linda's doing a box lace shawl for Mount Horeb, famous for carved wooden creatures. Neat. Sherry says your ball cozies are very cute.
I agree.
And us is always on Facebook, so this works. I guess I need to talk about my yarn now. Let me just put down my soup. Vegetables. My inner 5-year-old is screaming at me right now. What is wrong with you? She's counting. Oh, doesn't matter if I say numbers.
Nope.
Okay, so I wound my yarn the other day.
You've met me. We've held whole conversations while I'm counting multiple rows.
So I got this very satisfyingly wound ball of yarn the other day. I'm so excited.
Oh my
It
God.
wound in the
The
perfect little
grid.
lattice.
Just pops. Oh, that turned out real good.
So this is Winchester brackets Dean is the colorway, browns and grays, and it is lace. It is, well, of course it's lace, but it's silk merino is what I meant to say there. And because it's lace, oh, I got soup on my shirt. Lace does not mean that I got soup on my shirt. But because it's lace, I cast on just after midnight last night because I had the brain power for precisely 7 rows.
After you drove me home.
Yeah. We did the Happy New Year and hugs, and so now
that's why I got a text after midnight. I was in bed in my pajamas, where people should be at midnight.
Got a whole 7 rows.
Woo! It's fine. It counts. I will have a cast on later today, I suspect, so that I can talk about it during tomorrow's podcast.
Yeah, I don't know how much of this I'm going to work on today because it's a lot of like knit 3, yarn over, knit 5, yarn over. Oh, this is a lot of counting. I don't know if I can carry on a conversation like this. Don't eat those.
Don't eat what?
I have perhaps unwisely put my project on the floor temporarily.
She's not really known for eating or playing with yarn.
So we'll see if my yarn gets played with.
She's known for carrying yarn and sleeping on it.
I have my eye on you.
But she has to really want to, and that doesn't happen very often these days.
She doesn't look like she very much wants to. She's being a loaf in a corner.
There's yarn all over this place. There's yarn on my bed, there's yarn on the coffee table, there's yarn all over every surface in here. She's exposed to naked yarn cakes and piles all the time.
Naked yarn cakes?
Naked yarn cakes.
Scandalous.
The only thing she really loves to do is pull yarn out of bags so she can get in the bag.
She wants the bags, not the yarn?
She wants the bags, not the yarn. It is the bag we are after, not the yarn. Now, if the yarn happens to roll too much when we pull it out of the bag, it then becomes a source of toy. But so long as it just becomes yarn and flops, we could care less. I'm not sure how we could care less, but I'm sure we could. So, but no, it's the bags. She likes to play with bags.
Oh, I don't think I said what pattern I was making.
No.
Okay, it's the maple leaf shawl, which is a lace shawl in the shape of maple leaf. Yep. I think it was Asa that gifted me the pattern last year.
Possible?
Well, wait, we're in 2022 now.
We are. Year before.
2020. Somebody gifted it to me, and I'm pretty sure it was Asa.
Pretty sure it was Asa.
I'm sure chat will correct me if I'm wrong.
Asa does that. She gifts us things. And then she goes, check it. And then she yells at me to check my Ravelry thing because she knows I don't check my Ravelry thing at all, ever. Which is totally fair.
Soup, vegetables, so good. Okay.
Happy now?
Happy.
Okay.
Content, happy. I have tea. I had vegetables. There's yarn. And I'm not sitting in an ER with a broken husband.
He's not too pouty. He's a little pouty. He's not too bad.
No, he's not too bad. He doesn't do like the man cold thing where I'm like a little sick, therefore I'm dead. But honestly, I kind of do. And so if he wants to be a sad little baby when he's not feeling well, that's okay because I want to do that when I'm not feeling well and I want him to take care of me. So it's like, it's only fair if I do the same for him.
Oh no, me and his brother teased him mercilessly.
I'm going to tease him too. But
I think it was his brother who said that he'd did a go for it, rolled a 1, fell, broke his arm, and he has to miss next game. Therefore, it meant he wasn't playing board games with us last night because he missed next game.
That just got into a very elaborate Blood Bowl
reference, very fast on us. And I was like, oh, I think I know where this is going. And then it went there and I went, oh yeah, no, he's not going to be okay with that. What fun was had. He couldn't open his liquor chocolates because he couldn't get the wrapping off the neck of the chocolate. So we were like, oh, you can't have your boozy chocolates? Guess you don't need them.
And then at some point something fell on the floor between the two of you, but it's on the side with the broken arm, so he can't reach it, but it's in the shadow, so you can't see it. So now the two of you try to find this thing, and it's
so I was
just
like, I leaned over, I said, where's my hand going? He goes closer to you, I'm like, oh, hey, look, it's a plastic bag I was pulling on. He's like, I'm like, I don't even know what I was looking for. Could have been a cube, I have no idea.
And fun was had all around. Mostly at his expense.
Mostly at his expense. You literally grew up in Manitoba, you're in your 30s, and you're telling me you can't figure out how to fall on an ice patch?
Well, he's fallen many times on many ice patches. He
We
just
all
did it wrong
have.
this time.
He just did it wrong.
You do it enough times, eventually you do it wrong.
Why would he get sympathy from us? We've all done it. It's just what happens when you live somewhere with ice. And it's a fracture on his bone. He doesn't need surgery. He doesn't need to replace a body part. He's dying. He fractured a bone. Most of us don't even make it out of our teen years before we fractured a bone.
Oh, he's done that too, just
Yeah.
on the other arm. So, you
Yeah.
know, just evening things out.
He's fine. He knows what's up.
He will be fine. He's just, you know, going to be sore for a bit because
Oh, yeah.
it's healing.
It's healing.
That's fine.
In about 4 weeks, it'll be itchy. Oof.
That's fine. If it happened to me, I would also want to be a sad little baby about it.
I know you would, and I would also make fun of you for it.
Oh, I know. So it's fine. I don't mind.
This is people pick me up when I'm cast and they're like, oh, do you need something? No, I want to go home and I want some food. I'm hungry. That's what I want.
Yes, it was awesome. They gave me the maple leaf shawl.
Oh, good. I remembered. So that my swatch lies flat. I'm doing 2 rows of garter before I do the stockinette. And I had cast on a couple of extra stitches on the side so I could do 3 stitches of garter up each side.
Mhm.
That way it will lie flat better.
Rita, I'm using my own fantasy and going out from the festival sweater my size. We'll add some trees on my sweater. I have an idea.
Excellent.
Nice tree sweater. What bone did he break? It was his
Ulna.
ulna, so like
The big
right
long one.
along here
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah, it's
He
one
just
of the
like
ones. Yeah.
kind of fell like that on some ice. So
It's one of the longer ones, I think.
so
in
it's
the arm.
not his elbow, and it's not like fully like broken.
It's-
There was no displacement. There was
No, he's got a hairline fracture on his bone.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a bit swollen, pretty sore, a little itchy, and mostly just incredibly annoying.
Yes.
So he will be fine.
Of all the breaks, it is the most minor one to have.
Oh, Louise has apparently broken the same knee twice.
She has, yes, on ice. And she had to have a surgery, I think, after the second one. So like she gets to complain about ice and injures and stuff because she did a good job. He's got a mild. He's got a fracture. It'll heal. It's annoying, but it's not.
You know what else I just realized?
Epic
Because I
story
have
worth.
chat on my phone. My pattern's also on my phone, so I really can't knit on the lace. Didn't plan that out at all. Okay, well, I'll just put that back in his project bag. Work on something else.
You have other things, don't you?
I do, yeah.
You didn't really want to work on it anyway because it involved a lot of thinking.
Yeah, well, I was gonna make an attempt, but like I really can't now. I need to read the chat.
I brought crackers. We didn't even eat them.
Oh my god. Well, what are we doing? We're just doing it wrong. I'll just knit on a
Especially
nice vanilla sock because I can do that and hold a conversation.
These are the stoned wheat thin crackers.
Oh, I love these ones.
So we definitely did something wrong.
Happy.
They're just better than the regular cracker. They are a superior cracker. I'm gonna go to the mat on this one. They're just a superior cracker, people.
It's a very good cracker.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel's admittedly small swatch is off to soak. Karen says your swatch is very swanky.
It is.
Your garter stitch edging.
Mm-hmm. It helps it lay flat, so.
Alisa's breaking the rules. She's having it after 8, before 8.
What?
Breaking the rules.
I have after 8s before 8.
Oh, I'm learning things now. Apparently the broken bone that we're talking about is an underarmen in Norwegian. That's amazing because it's literally the bone on the bottom
of the arm.
That's amazing. I love that. Also says Louise actually broke her kneecap in 2 back in January 2018 and March 2019. She did a small bone in the knee. Broke her kneecap. Holy expletives, Batman.
Yeah, that was a serious injury.
Oh my god. That's a really bad ice fall. Dang.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's an injury that gets sympathy from me all the time because that hurts. And that's a lot of pain for a long time, and
I'm
physio
so-
and a whole bunch of other things.
I'm so glad he didn't break a leg or like a collarbone or anything.
You'd
But, like
be showering
especially
with
a
him.
leg because we have so many stairs and our house is a split level.
Both houses you guys are staying at and your house. No, your mom's house is pretty, no, you're in the basement, aren't you, at your mom's house?
We are in the basement,
So
but
it's
Charlie's
just
gone
nothing-
home now, so
nothing
we
but
could take the
stairs.
upstairs room if that was necessary. But like our house in Waterloo is a split level.
Yeah, it would just suck for him. I mean, he'd get good at crutches after a while. I'd give him pro tips. I own a pair of crutches. That tells you how many times I've done that problem.
Uh-huh.
And I live in an apartment. That's a walk up. I'm looking forward to the next time I have to use crutches. It's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
You just take your time and you get there. You just have to have a lot of patience about things.
It's just a forearm, so
He'll be fine.
we'll be okay.
It's not a twisted break or fracture. He didn't lose chips in his arm. Like he did fine.
It's the most straightforward of injuries.
Yeah.
Still sucks, but much less bad than it could have been. Apparently, Louise was going to have her first live on Facebook that night
Yes.
and sent a photo from
The
ER.
Yeah, instead,
Um,
yeah, I remember that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's not do that. Let's not break knees.
No, you need those, and they're kind of very complex little creatures to repair if you injure them.
Yeah, well, with that whole like kneecaps just kind of like float on top, right?
There's a lot of things kneecaps do, including, and what was the creepiest thing for me to learn, is when you step and bend with your kneecap, the force of pressure you're putting through that body joint is like 5 or 50,000 times stronger than your weight. And you do that every day, and your kneecap's designed to take that level of punishment.
Oh, gee.
Kneecaps are. Oh, Ologies was talking to a kneecap surgeon, like a guy who like repairs kneecaps for a living. So like all surgeons, the kneecaps are the most important part of the body from his mind perspective. That's fair. But when we started talking about the parts of the kneecap and what a kneecap does, my brain's like, no, you're not wrong. Wow, those are industrious little parts of the body nobody thinks about.
I've never thought so hard about my kneecap right now, and it's feeling very weird. Like, you know how you just like think about something too hard, and it's like it's actually so weird.
I really have never been accused of thinking about anything too hard. So there's that.
I'm thinking about it too hard.
I was into about a philosophy of cats this morning.
What'd you learn about a philosophy of cats?
It is a philosopher who obviously studied philosophy, and wrote about the nature of cats.
In terms of human philosophy.
In terms of that, if you want a good representation of human philosophy, you need to read what writers write. Because human philosophers are too egocentric and they can't focus on anything other than their own species. So he wrote about the observations of the philosophy of cats, and he's had many cats over the decades with his partner. So he wrote about the contentment of cats. And they're very content creatures. And he wasn't wrong. It's like everything he was saying, I was like, oh yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. That is, in fact, how my cat is. Okay. They don't worry. They don't stress about death. They don't worry about whether or not they're content. They just are content because wherever they are, that's what it is.
This is what's happening, and that's how it is.
It's a zen of life humans cannot reach because we are not like cats. So clearly we need to be more like cats.
Clearly. Nap all day, demand food from other people.
Yeah.
Get some pets.
Get some pets. Just be happy with what is. When you think about it, cats are pretty dang content and happy.
Yeah. Nap in a sunbeam.
Mm-hmm. And it's on their schedule.
Go nap in a different sunbeam.
Because they will play with you when they want to.
Mm-hmm.
Not ad hoc anytime you call like a puppy will. No, the cat has to be in the mood to play with you, otherwise it's not happening.
And they have schedules.
Mm-hmm. They will reject food in spite of being starving if it's not what they want. They're surprisingly complex creatures, having no concept of death. Okay, cool. What do I know?
I'm so healthy.
You sound amazingly healthy.
Don't I though?
And I listened to a theoretical physicist talked about how time is a concept that doesn't actually exist.
It's debatable.
What is here? What is now? What is there? They're all subject to individual specific time, places, and moments. Like present is never the same present. So is it really there because it's not something quantifiable, because it is constantly under change?
Can you hear the gears grinding?
Yes, I can. And I did both of those this morning while half asleep and then made lunch.
I started listening to Kith and Kin. It's cute.
It is very cute. That's why I enjoyed listening to it.
Rachel's having cordial cherry chocolates for breakfast. That's a solid breakfast.
I approve. I approve.
Stamp of approval.
Yeah.
Oh, also wants to know, what is the name of that self-help book that you like?
Atomic Habits.
Yeah.
Because it's not mamby-pamby.
It's also like a 3.5 hour listen or something.
Oh yeah, it's like a really short
It's
listen.
very short.
And it's just like, here you go. Here is useful information. Here is some links to sheets for you to help you set up this useful information. All right, I love you, bye. You can do it or not, it's your choice. All I can do is give you the info.
Also, it's got an amazing justification for after eights.
Mm.
It is dark chocolate, which contains zinc, and zinc is great for the immune system. So it's basically medicine.
I mean, yes.
Great, give me those dark chocolate chocolate oranges.
Yeah, I did the other day.
I know. I took them out of my bag and I'm sad.
Well, that's not my problem.
Oh my god, I bought banana muffins and I have a bag of your fudge. Why am I not eating that right now?
Why didn't you? Yeah, dude.
Okay, hang on.
Banana muffins.
Let me get the banana muffins.
I swear.
Okay, let me
The
just.
fudge I can make any time, but I never have bananas, so I never make banana muffins.
Okay, banana muffins.
Yes, I don't make banana muffins. I rarely have bananas. When I have bananas, I eat them in the banana state. I don't make it to, I need to make something with the banana state. They are already in a edible state for me.
Would you care for a banana muffin?
I would love a banana muffin.
Banana muffin.
Hang on a mid-stitch. Do I have to stick my hand in the bag?
I guess I can just hand you a muffin.
Why? Just pass a muffin over. Oh my goodness.
I like to make things complicated.
Banana muffin. Your mother-in-law always tries to feed this to me and asks me if I want margarine. I'm like, dude, have you eaten your banana muffins? You do not need margarine with these things.
No. They are good though.
Mm-hmm.
This counts as a fruit, right?
Yeah, it's got dairy and eggs and fruit in it.
Totally a fruit.
Mm-hmm. The banana pieces are so small, it does not count as fruit.
We're now talking about how fermented things are good for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So fermented grape juice, wine and dark chocolate.
We just had miso soup and tofu. Both of those are fermented.
But specifically like wine and dark chocolate. Obviously that's medicine and totally healthy.
Like everything else in moderation and small amounts, yes. Muffin.
Crafty Chemist is in the chat. Happy New Year to you too.
Happy New Year.
You're just slightly sticky and they're really hard to.
Muffins? They get that way.
Oh.
Sorry, what am I doing? I'm swatching. Do you know what we have to do after this?
What?
We have to put my Steam gift cards on my Steam wallet.
Yeah.
Things need to happen, people.
Or maybe we can crowdsource some cooperative Steam games.
Yeah. For us to play in the new year. Now that we're here. How do we have a podcast tomorrow?
I don't know. Have we done like 50 of them in the last week? I don't.
It feels like it, but no. And it's just because for you, the week feels really truncated. There's actually been several days in between. Because this one isn't a podcast. The
Oh, no.
30th wasn't a podcast. We were just chatting about our bingo cards.
I know. I'm intellectually aware of this, but it feels like we've done like 50.
Well, yeah, but if
I
you-
realize this is only, we've done exactly 2 bonus streams.
2.
I realize it's only 2. I don't know. It's been busy. It feels like a lot.
Well, then, and then I saw you on the 30th, saw you on the 31st, I see you today, I see you tomorrow, and I see you on the 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like 5 straight days of Jocelyn.
What are we doing on the 3rd?
I have no idea. We had plans, but we can't do those anymore.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Okay.
We might just be hiding here and baking and knitting.
That also sounds okay.
You can enjoy the relative comfort of only one other human being around you. And a demanding quadruped.
Yeah.
Who's napping now, I think.
She does seem to be totally asleep.
We're not paying attention to her anymore. Therefore, we are irrelevant. Engage sweater.
I had all this food now and I'm just like, okay, cozy nap time.
No.
No, I know.
There's things to do. The sun is up.
I just want to be cozy. Not actually have a nap, just like be cozy.
Well, we can't say my apartment's not warm. I live in a warm abode.
It is that.
Mhm.
I'm so sugared right now.
You ate the banana muffin. I did not make you eat the banana muffin. Nobody forced the banana muffin on you.
In about 20 minutes, I will just be like, zoom.
Yes. We just have to make that 20-minute marker.
Yep.
I see how it is.
Fudge was a mistake. Don't need fudge while podcasting. Regrets, mistakes.
How's that reading the comments in the chat going for you and interacting with people with your face full of fudge?
Oh, Miranda wants to know if we're doing the Cozy Up MCAL this year.
No, I opted out. I like the Cozy Up MCALs. The shawls just always end up too small.
I have absolutely not looked at it at all. And I'm here for another week, and my stash of needles and everything was at home, so probably not.
No, so
Maybe eventually. I don't know.
I don't think this year. It doesn't mean I won't buy the pattern later and make it. That's entirely possible I will, but I'm gonna have to look at the finished dimensions and their gauge and then likely go up a couple of sizes worth of yarn maybe, because I don't wear any of the smaller shawls. I don't, unless it's a Stephen West 3 skein shawl. It's too small. I don't put it on. Like, what are the ones I wear? I wear my Squish, I wear my Coffee Shop, I wear my Find Your Fade, and I wear my Exploration Station. And the Exploration Station is the smallest one I wear.
And that's at least 3.
And that's 3 or 4 skeins.
I don't remember.
Yeah. So I don't wear the smaller shawls. So I'm not doing them anymore because I know I don't wear them.
That makes total sense.
Yeah. Will I possibly look at the pattern and buy it later and make it in a bigger yarn? Yeah. Oh yeah, that's totally a thing that might happen. I love their shawls. They have great designs. They just don't fit my frame and the style of shawl I wear.
I'm really excited to finish a couple of things and then start more sweaters.
Well, I did put 12 sweaters on my bingo cards, so I got to haul some Easter this year. Get some sweaters done. I want sweaters. And I want more garments and stuff. So I did finish my craft bingo card. I put a lot of sewing and spinning. And I put on a couple of DIYs and I put on a couple of new to me crafts. So I've got space to expand and try new things. So exciting.
Nice. My brother introduced me to the concept of doing a watercolor painting and then embroidering on top of it
Oh, hey.
to
That'd be
make like
cool.
a 3D effect on top of your watercolor painting.
Yeah, mixed media.
I think that sounds really cool.
I think it'd be really cool.
And I know that I believe cotton watercolor paper is like the super high-end watercolor paper.
Yes.
And I feel like you could embroider on that.
Probably, yes, given if you get a really nice quality of it, yes. Because then it's more like a fabric than a paper.
Yeah.
It's really nice. Like, really nice.
Man, and here I thought my like cardstock watercolor paper was pretty nice. It's not.
No, no, it's perfectly serviceable.
Mhm.
And will do just fine, but it's not, hello, I'd like to rub you all over my body, but you are too expensive. It is the difference between a really good merino and a silk. The good merino is still a good merino, but it's not silk.
But it's not silk.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Okay, my brain's still doing that whole, hey, you need more linen blends. You need to buy linen blends so you can make some shirts this summer. That's what you need. Oh, yeah, this color is working up. Look at that color.
Oh, that's a pretty swatch. I gotta switch both.
It's like 5 rows. Give me 2 more rows, guys, and then I'll have enough to show you on camera.
Crafty Chemist says banana muffins with cranberries is the only way I'll eat them. I've never had them with
Ooh,
cranberries. That could be really good.
Really good with cranberries. Really very tasty with cranberries.
Rachel agrees with you on shawl sizes.
Excellent.
My most worn are my What the Fade, Find Your Fade, and Shawlography, all 5 to 7 skeins.
Yeah. It's for me, it's the bigger shawls. And it makes sense if like you're the other way and you're like a 1 skein wonder and that's the shawl size you love to wear, then yeah, you would find the Cozy Up Knit one's too big.
Mm-hmm.
I think their MCAL this year is like 2 of a main color and then a medley of minis, which isn't big enough. It's 3 skeins.
Mm-hmm.
Which was what that's what it was last year. And the fingering weight version wasn't anywhere near big enough for me. It sits in a box, guys. I'm never gonna wear it.
3 is sufficient for me. 1 is sufficient for me, actually, depending on how, because I did your Endless Summer Adventures out of the 1 skein.
Yeah.
And that's quite sufficiently large in the lace.
Yeah. Well, the one you've got is over 200 grams worth in DK.
Yes.
It's a bigger. It's a big one.
Yes. So I don't know, it kind of depends on the whole outfit. I could definitely go for some bigger ones though.
Mm-hmm.
Having like a blanket scarf. The Mohairino medley.
I have had that. There's a crochet one. I might even probably pull it up. I think it's like chocolate covered cherries is the name of it, but it uses that heartline yarn that you made that blanket out of.
Oh yeah.
And it's like a plaid crochet pattern.
Ooh.
Is a blanket scarf.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I really want to make that one. Have I made it yet? Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
No. It's been a favorite bundle for years.
Mm-hmm.
But it is always on a bingo card square that I'm like, I can claim you as a chocolate covered cherry blanket scarf. I think that's what it's called. I'll look it up. So no, there's lots of projects. And then I missed, there was a sale of 50% off. I think it was Knit Love Wool. And I completely forgot that it was finished on the 30th. So I still want the sweaters. I'm just not getting them at a discount anymore.
I'm sure there'll be spring sales or something.
I don't care. I still want them, and she's not a massive, huge designer. She's a bigger designer, but she's not a massive, huge designer. So I'll just buy them from her and support her. No more flattening the curve, Manitoba. Cool. CBC posted something.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we weren't flattening the curve. To flatten the curve, we would have had to tell people to not do anything at Christmas and not by like stay home, but by order, because they won't stay home on their own. They've proven that several times now.
The Cozy Up Knits thing is looking like a stole sort of a shape this year.
Oh, that'd be good. They always have really good designs.
Sherry says you could watercolor on canvas. That's pretty fun. I've never done that. I'll have to try that. I've never done watercolor on canvas. I've mostly just done watercolor penguin cards.
That's
for
fair.
everybody in the Discord that wanted a card. Mostly I've just done that. That's most of my watercolor experience right there.
So I know for sure I want to do this one.
Oh, that's pretty.
And it's like a 19th century crochet lace shawl. But where's that cherries one?
Apparently you can also buy a fabric that already looks like watercolor.
Uh-huh.
That would make sense. Be more fun to paint it yourself though.
Well, I think
So there's that whole do it yourself. Erin says, I finally got to wear my Find Your Fade. It is the perfect -30 wrap around your head shawl.
it really is, because there's just so much wrap.
Tracy says the Cozy App MCal can be done in DK this year. Ooh, that's fun and stripey.
It's also crochet.
Really?
That's why I put some crochet shawls on my crochet card this year.
Makes sense.
I think the biggest one is I have to look at their finished measurements when they're done, and I won't know until they're finished. So like I'm not doing their MCal.
This chair always leans back farther than I think it's going to.
It is a rocking chair.
Yes, I am aware. It just seems to go back farther. Also says, I love the penguin. Good, I'm glad.
The penguin is freaking adorable.
I'm glad I was like frantically trying to figure out something that I can paint that actually looks like it's supposed to.
Chocolate Covered Cherries Wrap by Tia Edwards. And it's crochet.
Ooh, yes, you should hold that up.
So guys, if Ravelry is a problem for you, I will try to limit the Ravelry-ness of this by opening up the picture on its own. But that is the crocheted one I want to make, the chocolate covered cherries one.
I like that.
Yeah, that's the one.
If you ever feel like making a second one of those.
If you buy me the yarn for both of them, yes. I will charge you the yarn quantity for myself as my fee.
Okay.
Which is my friends and family fee.
That does seem like an entirely reasonable fee.
Mostly because the only reason I haven't made it is because I can't afford the yarn for it, because the Heartland yarn is not always in my budget, but there it is spread out. Like it's a blanket scarf.
That is a blanket.
It is a blanket scarf. But yeah, I could do that. Heck, if we pick up the yarn before you go, I could have it done for your birthday.
Ooh. I thought I already got my birthday present.
You did. You're paying me for this one by buying me the yarn for it.
Ah, okay.
You just would have it by your birthday.
Oh, okay, okay.
Because I could do it that fast.
I understand. I can follow a conversational thread.
You're doing great.
It was so great. Apparently it's raining a couple hours south where else it is right now.
Really?
Okay. I always thought Norway was cold, but I guess some of it is not.
It's like assuming everywhere you go is the Arctic tundra because we're in Canada. Also not true. But lots of people believe it.
Yeah, we all use an engines and red dog sleds to work, right?
There's no way you haven't had those questions in your life.
I vaguely recall people asking about igloos when I was in a hostel in LA once.
Yeah, there's no igloos down here.
No, we don't have good enough snow for it.
You don't have good enough snow for it down here.
No,
You don't have the
low
right
quality snow.
Low quality snow. I've camped in an igloo, but I've also lived in the tundra, which is a wholly different environment.
We have lots of snow. It's just not the right snow. It's the wrong snow.
I was listening to the debaters and they had are snow days good, snow days bad, and it's two comedians, one argues pro, one argues against a topic. And for their snow day, on the pro side they had a comedian from BC, and on the con side for snow days they had someone from Newfoundland. Oh, anybody understands snow. Anybody on the East Coast understands snow, because they get snow levels that Manitoba's never seen.
Oh yeah, they get snow where like it's drifted up 10 feet on
over the house. Yeah, I'm like, okay,
yeah.
Manitoba doesn't get that kind of snow, because Manitoba doesn't get that snow. They don't start measuring till it hits feet. They don't even bother with snow days till it's almost double digits in feet. Like it. And their snow days last a week because that's how long the military has to dig them out. Like the East Coast gets snow.
Yeah, capital S snow.
Capital S snow. So it made total sense to me that they would shoot that coming would be arguing anti-snow day. Like snow days are not the best days. So their perception of snow days is super different than someone from BC. It's a totally different level of snow.
This is a level of snow where if it falls off the roof on your head, you might die.
Yeah. Well, it was one of the ones when the first winter you had in Waterloo. Usually people are shoveling their driveway and I don't understand why. I'm like, because in Ontario, that's a lot of snow. Manitoba,
Well, I
it's
figured
like,
it out. It's because it melts and turns into ice, and then you can't shovel it, and it's just ice. I figured it out.
I figured it out. Oh, yeah, we don't get ice till like March if we have like a proper winter and a regular cool down. We didn't have a regular cool down, so there's a lot of root ice floating around that is going to come to kill us in early spring.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
Also says we're at 0 now. It's 7. Crafty Chemist says it's 7 degrees, and the grass is green here in NS, Nova Scotia, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Karen's got +12 and rain. Oslo is at an altitude between London and Winnipeg, and we live close enough to the Gulf Stream that keeps it warm here. Oceans. What are oceans?
What are oceans?
What are oceans? I don't understand this whole concept of oceans and bodies of water being large enough to affect the weather.
You fly over oceans more often than I do. How do you not understand the concept of oceans?
Yeah, but I don't live in the places that are close to them that get affected by the weather.
Crazy person.
Yeah, I know. It's fine. What else? Crafty Chemist. We had a green Christmas, although it did snow on the 28th for my birthday. Oh, that's nice.
I love snow. I love cold. I even like -45. Do I like going out in it for long periods of time? No, it's cold. -45 is cold, people. But I like it way better
It's
than
pretty.
any 40+ day on the planet.
Oh, those are rough.
I will take the -45 and having to put on a sweater and a pair of socks over +40 any day. Any day. There's only so many clothes you can take off.
Oh,
And then you're just miserable and sticky.
40 or +40?
-40 all the way.
Do we have, because I assume at -40 you've got heat. So can we assume at +40 you've got air conditioning?
Even at +40 with air conditioning, which of those two are you still going to rather take the garbage out in?
Honestly, it's +40. Because taking the garbage out is like 2 minutes. And I get cold really easily.
Oh, -40. You walk outside and I'm just like, ugh.
Like I've been here for an hour and a half and I'm like, I'm finally warmed up. And I was in a car.
I'm wearing a summer dress.
I noticed. It's summer up in here.
And I don't have any of the vents open. Like the steam vent for this one is enclosed. The bedroom is enclosed. The living room one was open overnight so that it would heat the apartment. And the bathroom one heats the bathroom and the entryway, so it's always warm in the bathroom. Because technically I'm not generating any heat in this apartment. This is just how warm the building is with the steam heat pipes in the building. Turn of the century steam, guys.
It's effective.
It's very effective. And real hardwood floors, which are nice and cool, which feels nice on your feet.
We just got -12 and snow and it's too cold in BC.
-12 in BC is pretty cold.
Yeah, I suppose.
They're not used to it.
Miranda's got 9.10 feet snow. I don't know, lots of snow. It sounds like lots of snow.
Yeah, I haven't seen snowbanks as high as my house since I moved away from the north.
Ah yes, dig your house out snow.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan says, in Cape Breton, where my grandma lives, they dump the snow in the ocean because there's nowhere else to put it all. Makes sense. I mean, it's just water.
It's gonna end up there in the spring anyway. Why not?
Soxy Nana. The farmers still need another snowfall in March.
They do, yes.
Oh wow, the snow is not enough.
We are desperately dry and low on the table. Like we are record-setting low.
Oh gee.
On the table. Like this is nowhere near enough snow to catch up with how low the water table is.
Oh,
going into fall. So yeah, not even close to enough water or precipitation fall for farmers yet.
Well, let's hope for a dig your house out level of snow then.
Kind of need it, or we're looking at like potentially another drought next summer.
Ew,
Yeah,
that wouldn't be fun.
when, I mean, food prices are already rising. Let's make it worse by making the food prices go even higher because of drought.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be great. That
Awesome.
sounds super handy and helpful.
Wonderful.
She's full on circled. She's determined to ignore us and have a nap.
Yeah, she's an absolute loaf. Just a round loaf.
You could have gone nap in the living room, the bedroom. There's many other rooms in this house. She doesn't have to be here.
But she's got to be here to ignore us so that she knows.
So that we know
that
she's ignoring us.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it says we used to do that here, but now we just dump clean water. They have to run it through a cleaning process before dumping it. I suppose if there's road salt inside, I didn't think of that.
There would be road salt on a lot of it. Yeah.
Interesting.
Or your mom's celery salt.
So I was cleaning out. Okay, so I was gonna bake some cookies.
It's so old.
And so I was looking to see if she had ground cloves and ground ginger and ground nutmeg.
Yeah.
She did not. But I had to go through all of her spice things. And so in the very bottom corner of one of her things, of like she's got these big Tupperware containers that she just throws all her spices in.
Oh, that's organized.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's organized now. But in the very bottom one, I pulled out this celery salt and I'm like, this looks like it's from the 90s. And I checked the copyright date. It's 1995 copyright on the packaging. There's no best before date on it. And like, I mean, it's salt mostly. So we're not going to eat the 1995 celery salt. It's become sidewalk salt.
Everyone's crazy.
So we bought some spices.
Uh-huh.
And sometime this week I'll bake some cookies.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Erin, Diana, you do live where large bodies of water affect the weather.
She does now.
I do now, and I'm still not used to it because it's not quite been 2 years for me. So I'm still getting used to the whole concept that there's, and I'm like, a couple hours drive from any of the bodies of water. Wow, I can't speak. A couple hours drive from any of the
But if you get
bodies
stressed
of water.
about not spitting out words, your voice goes higher.
Meh. Anyway, I can't see all the water, so I forget that it's around. And so I have yet to form the association that large bodies of water are affecting my weather. There, I said the words.
The caffeine's kicking in, guys.
Yeah, apparently. The sugar? Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, this is about the time for the sugar. That's
Yes,
it. Okay,
yeah.
There we go. Genevieve. In southern Quebec, we are having about 0 degrees, and it might be raining. Hard to tell. Fair.
Yeah.
We're also back with a curfew since yesterday. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, it's rough for all the restaurants that didn't get any warning and they were like prepared for all the New Year's stuff.
Well, yes. As a bottom line, yes. Also, no.
It's like a little bit of warning if you're just going to shut everything down. Like a little warning, like a wee.
They can't see the numbers and think to themselves, hey, wait, we've done this before. This could happen to us again.
Mm.
And the government didn't help the first time, so they're not going to help the fourth time. They don't change.
Just like a little warning, just a little bit. Like a few days.
I think this is the Grove Pub and Amsterdam Tea Room just closed. They just closed early. They're like, no, the numbers are too high.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of the small businesses are just going, yeah, let's just, you can get takeout. Takeout's fine.
Yeah, they're preemptively going, no, people's health is more important. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We don't have staff because they're homesick. We'll figure it out because it's just not going to work this way.
It's just rough.
There we go.
Oh no, I'm so behind on chat. I have to scroll back. Hang on. Oh, the swatch. Okay, yes, everybody admired the swatch.
There it is. That color is pooling so pretty right now. I mean, it might not because this is obviously way fewer stitches than what I'm going to need on my person.
Oh, the 9 feet of snow is for Newfoundland. Okay. Gotcha.
Newfoundland?
Yes. 9 feet of snow, Newfoundland. Newfoundland?
Newfoundland.
Yeah, no.
Oh, wonderful. I may cheat and then just take the measurements now because I can.
Are you doing a pitifully tiny swatch?
I'm not even taking off the needle. I'm not going to wash it. I'm not going to block it.
But what if it lies?
I knit at such a negative ease
Fair.
that the little bit of growth I'm going to get in the washing and blocking from the sock yarn I have,
Yeah, okay.
it'll be fine.
Fair.
If I was doing this and there was no negative ease, I'd probably worry more, but I knit easily with 5 inches of negative ease for the chest. So a little bit of stretch and growth is not going to be the end of the world for me.
No. Chat likes your swatch. It's very pretty.
It is very pretty.
Oh, thoughts.
And
so
then-
that purple
and then
cowl
that's
that's
the-
behind your head.
Fabric that I've got going on.
This with black as the color work.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
that'd be good. For what cowl going on behind my head?
The quill crossing. I remember the name.
Oh, the quill crossing.
Yeah.
Ooh, yes. Mind you, this is pretty dark. So maybe this with like a light gray color work.
I feel like the black speckle isn't too, like there's not too much of the black. I feel like you could still get away with some color work. It wouldn't be as crisp though, maybe.
Wouldn't be as crisp, and that's really sort of the point of color work. It's best when crisp.
At least on this one, yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, not bad, but I think this definitely with, or you do like,
Got so excited I split a stitch.
see, my instinct is to say white or cream, because man, would that pop like crazy pants.
Well, yes.
But you like grays, and if you
Mhm.
did like a pale gray
It's like a silver.
with a silver, like a silver
Silvery.
gray,
Yeah, that could work. that
Like-
could work.
the gray and the gray in here. This is my
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
like that pale kind of gray.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
a silvery gray, that would look really good.
Okay.
And then you wouldn't have, technically it wouldn't be white, since I know the white is the problem. But you would get a stronger, crisper
White things don't
contrast.
stay white, Graham.
Yeah, it would give you a better contrast and a crisper look to it. With this, yeah, I think that'd be better with like a silvery gray. It'll give you a heck of a pop of color to your wardrobe.
Oh, Soxy Nana wants to know what we're working on right now.
I am swatching for my Wood Woes, which is a sweater pattern designed by Dragon Horde Yarns. And I'm making it out of some really pretty yarn from the Erin.
My podcast first recast on is a lace shawl that I cannot work on right now because my pattern's on my phone, which I'm using to read chat.
It's also not charted, it is written.
It is also that, so it's just a little extra challenging to read. So I'm currently just working on a vanilla sock out of also some Erin yarn. So
We do love Erin yarn.
I have cast it on the podcast first shawl. I just can't work on it right now because I don't have a pattern.
I did not put my phone on silent. Can anybody tell?
Ooh, do, 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 do.
I got a thing. Look at this hair. I don't know where my hair elastic went. I put it up there and it went somewhere.
Oh, it's.
Oh, did it hit the floor? That explains it.
I see 2 hair elastics.
I
in
need
fact.
both.
Okay. It's a 2 elastic problem. I see.
All of my hair is a 2 elastic problem. Ooh, Imagine Landscapes is doing a thing. Or did a thing and posted a thing. And that's what I was being informed of. Excellent sauce. Now I can do a thing with my hair because I've got hair elastics.
Lisa says, I vote for the silvery gray. See aforementioned sippy cup discussion.
Oh, I'd forgotten about the sippy cup
Yeah, me
discussion. Yes, and if anybody finds an adult sized sippy cup, Diana needs one, please send her a link.
Well, I have that milkshake cup and it's got a lid and I've actually knocked it over and it actually contains things pretty well.
Yeah, but that's your water cup. You need a sippy cup for your wine and your scotch.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, different sippy cups for different purposes.
Obviously.
Because if we're honest, the adult sippy cup for tea is your travel mug.
Yes.
So like you don't have to worry so much.
So I
about
need the
that.
alcohol sippy cup,
You need the alcohol sippy cup.
the wine glass and the rocks glass and
Yeah.
sippy cup.
Obviously.
if there's a market for just like the sippy cup lids, but they fit over like your standard sized wine glass.
I mean, if not, you just let the business idea go into the ether.
There you go, free business idea. Make it happen.
Make it happen so I can buy one.
I don't want to manufacture these things, but I'll buy one.
Grace pants. Maybe that's what we should do on the 3rd. In January, stores are notoriously quiet. Maybe we should hit up at Michael's.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got the fancy medical mask. If we go in the morning, I said the dreaded M word.
Morning.
Morning.
Oh.
There'll be fewer people.
Oh, what's a morning?
Something that happens before noon.
Is it time before noon?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
Huh.
Super positive.
I thought that was only on work days.
No.
I thought
It
didn't
exists
exist
at all times.
Oh.
Yeah, all times.
Has it always done that?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Weird.
I know.
Okay.
It's a thing. It's like trying to convince me there's a time after 10 p.m. on a Monday night. Nope. Nope.
Yeah, it exists. It goes all night into this mythical morning time, I think.
Yeah.
That's what happens after that.
Yeah, well, Ben does that transition. I do not. I do the go to bed at 10 o'clock thing.
Right.
Later if I have to, not that I wanna. He was so awake when we were done. There's no way he did not spend the whole night up.
Well, I didn't see him this morning, so.
Yep, he spent the whole night awake. Cool. All right, let's see if I can count my stitches on the picture I took. I might be able to count stitches on the picture I took. We will find out. Ooh, I can't-
Written lace instead of chart is a pain. It is such a pain. I don't know. I really like charts. But it's weird because they charted the maple leaf shawl has charts for the corners, like all the weird little maple leaf pointy corners.
Okay.
But the rest of it's just written, and I wish there was a chart.
So wish there was a chart.
I just wish there was a chart because now there's just 10 pages of written instructions.
So many written instructions you have to read.
And I kind of really wish there was just like 2 or 3 pages of chart.
Oh God.
Oh well, it's okay. They're not complicated written instructions. It's just like knit this many, yarn over. What are all these notifications on my phone? What are you telling me about?
So many things. So many daily updates for the gnome stone unturned MCAL that I never finished. Right. Of course there are.
2022, year of the color work.
Maybe.
Could be.
Maybe.
There's a lot of color work that I want to do.
There's so many things I want to do. So many things I want to do. Transferring to liquid mode. Preparing a experience. Thank you. Adding final touches. Adobe, just open the bloody thing. Just open it up. Oh my God, people. Adobe, when they're trying to be helpful, just not helpful.
Well, Karen says there are those lids with a straw that fit over your glass. This is already a thing?
Excellent. I wouldn't be surprised if it was already a thing.
Oh, I'll have to find this thing. Apparently Fabricland is open tomorrow and has great sales. And apparently also has yarn. Fabricland has yarn.
Yes, it's not a great selection, but yeah, they have yarn. Because there's this sweater too, the Julissa sweater. I want this.
That's very pretty.
But I think this sweater I'm going to make in a winter white.
Oh, that'd be very pretty.
Because I look really good in winter whites.
Yes.
So that is what I'm going to do. Then I will have on my anti-spill protection. White. I don't know.
I don't understand how that magic works.
Well, neither do I, but it works, and that's all I care about.
Yep.
So, I need my library.
Jen's finished 2 inches of neck ribbon for my sweater. I feel like everybody's being more industrious than me. I'm just like, do. Here's a couple rows on a vanilla sock.
Oh yeah, but that's fine.
Oh no,
Everyone's
I'm
being
out
more-
of tea.
Well, you're the one who got the small tea cup.
I know. Is there more tea?
I believe there's still some tea, yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep getting up and getting more stuff. Apparently, this is what I'm doing this podcast.
Fetching all the things?
Fetching all the things.
Doing all the stuff?
Yeah. Well, it's not a proper episode, so whatever. It's a hangout.
It is a hangout. That is totally a thing that you can do. Guys, I'm looking for my sweater so I can download it. Oh, I bought stocking pattern this year, so I can make stockings. Oh, the up north cowl I want to make. Put that on here. There it is. There it is. I need to download the pattern so I can read it. Driving me crazy. I hate when you do this because it's not big enough.
I'm back. Very stiff cup of tea.
Okay,
See, there we go.
there we go. Now I can blow it up real big.
What are we blowing up real big?
Well, Adobe likes that liquid mode. So now it forces you into liquid mode,
Oh,
but it won't liquid mode in dark. So it
What?
leaves the PDF white background.
Why?
So I can't read it because it's a white background and there's not enough contrast between the lettering and the white background. I need a dark background with light font.
Mhm.
So then I have to edit the PDF to flip it to dark mode to blow it up to read it on my phone. But I can blow it up and leave it dark mode on my computer all the time because it doesn't do that to me on the computer, just on the phone. Stupid piece of nonsense. Okay.
Oh, Creative Blessing has joined us in chat. Happy New Year's.
Hi. What am I doing? I'm reading. What is my gauge supposed to be?
Linda's casting on 100 stitches. That's quite a few.
Yeah, I suspect I'm going to be there shortly.
And Asa is tinking because she forgot some increases.
Oopsie daisies.
Oopsie.
Oopsie daisies.
It happens.
Details.
Details.
Larger needles, smaller needles, circumference.
This chair is just so far back. It's just so.
Recommendations. Gauge, here we go. Oh, that's fine. I definitely have more stitches than recommended for a gauge. That's fine.
Oh,
And I'll get you to double check my counting. Then I can just do some mathing. Math.
I wonder if it's the Tylenol. Maybe that's why I'm so tired.
Yes. Tylenol, where you are.
Whoa. I'm just like, hey, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm like not in pain. I'm like comfy. Tylenol. That's why I'm sleepy.
How many stitches do I have in that inch?
Oh,
You
okay.
probably don't have to have it blown up as much as I do. So it'll be less blurry.
Let's see, in this, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 3/4.
6 3/4. So 6, essentially.
Round to 7.
Round to 7.
Yeah.
Okay,
Call
so
it
then I was
7.
right. Then I was right. They want 20 stitches per inch. It'd be an even looser fabric than I've already got. I like the fabric I've got. That'll be 28 stitches per 4 inches. That's
It'll
not too
be 28 stitches per 4 inches. Yes.
So let's just do 7 times the finished bust measurement that I need and see what that equals on the size charts.
Doing the math live on the internet.
Pretty much. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Oh my God. The real trick is, recommends positive ease.
Recommend positive ease. This is the wood woes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, almost all of them recommend positive ease. I don't like my sweaters to have that much positive ease. So I adjust them so that they don't.
Right.
Hence the swatch, guys. My swatches rarely lie to me.
Only sometimes.
If they're off, it's on row.
Yeah, there's not too much you can do about row gauge.
Not really, no. What I need is, there's a schematic of a human.
Karen says, I finished a leaf. Oh, it's really leaf emoji. I didn't know that was a thing. This shawl is going to be pretty, but it'll take a long time and 2.5 mil needles with lace yarn. Oh my gosh, yes.
Yes, it will. It'll look so good when it's done.
Yeah.
Okay, where are we going on? Cast on. Nope, I need to know what my finished rib cage sizes when we're done increasing.
Soxy Nana was asking, did you take a picture of your swatch with a ruler on it?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, because it's easier to count stitches when they're bigger.
Yes, it is. Short rows I don't need. What I'm specifically looking for right now in the pattern is you will have its raglan increases and top down. So I want to know the finished number when you're done your increases, which is where your underbust is.
Right.
Because that's where you split for your sleeves, and that's as big as your sweater gets.
Yeah.
So I know how many stitches I need to go around my underbust comfortably and have way too much negative ease over my chest. And that'll tell me what size I need to cast on, because I can count up my finish numbers and then go to the cast down and count up, and then I know how many stitches I need to cast on. And then I just make that size. So that is currently what I'm scrolling for. Because it's a dolman raglan increases. Yeah, well, I don't really care about the size increases right now. I just need to know where our finished project stitches are.
It just says Wood Rose was such a fun knit. I love the fit of it. Only thing I would change would be to add thumb holes in the bottom of the folded sleeve cuffs.
Ooh, good idea.
Ooh.
Good idea. When are we done our increases? Because I need those numbers.
Soxy Nana likes your picture with a ruler idea for counting stitches.
For me, it's to blow up the stitches, but it is darn handy. Darn handy, because then you can change the brightness. If it's a darker colored yarn, you can put your flashlight on your camera, and then you get a nice bright, fully exposed photo, and then you can see those black stitches or those dark gray stitches in that dark color. And it's just so much easier on your eyeballs than trying to count them without it. Also, sometimes I can't count even with it, and I send the picture to Diana and I'll send go, hey, how many stitches is in that inch? Because I don't know.
Soxy Nana also is blue with a wrench because she's our fancy new moderator. Well, not new, she's been our moderator for ages, but I officially made her a moderator on the YouTube channel today because I finally figured out how to do that. It's the fancy blue moderator wrench.
Oh, she gets a fancy wrench.
Yeah,
Ooh.
you know, to whack people with when they're misbehaving.
Well,
oh no, my phone screen turned off. Why?
Better than,
Why phone screen? Why are you doing this to me?
better than leaving that in my hands, because that would be bad.
Oh my gosh, wait.
Sure you are.
I'm struggling.
You are.
Oh my gosh. I slept so good last night. The Tylenol. I'm blaming the Tylenol because I was doing so well.
I'm not. Because I know that's crazy pants. Oh, why don't you tell me what the finished stitches are? Total.
Rachel says her patterns generally have final pre-sleeve stitch counts on page 8 or 9.
Yeah, I just need to figure out what size fits best for the number of stitches I need. And she does separate because some sizes increase different than other sizes because you can't just increase sizes. It's odd. So now I'm going to compare mine, and I think I'm pretty close with this one, so I should be good. So I just need to figure out what the second size in this section is, and that's the size I need to make.
Maybe if I drink tea faster, I'll wake up.
It says dash.
Oh my god, I just keep looking at this cat and she's just like so asleep. I'm like, I'm gonna be so asleep. She's not gonna like me later when I have to trim her nails.
Nope, that's fine. She's really gonna hate me. So
I'm gonna learn how to trim cat toenails today, which is a thing I've never had to do before.
well, if you stopped bailing on me, I wouldn't have to bug people. Oh, so it goes up. The dash means you go up each size from 4 to 11. There we go. That makes more sense. Would help if I read the whole pattern from start to finish, but I certainly did not do that this time. I usually do. So I am technically size 4.
Also, it's back on track with the knitting. Finish the tinking.
Because the next size up would be size 5, which I think is going to be too big of a finished bust measurement for what I want, but let us check. I mean, serious negative ease, guys. Serious negative ease.
Crafty list. I just measured my swatch for all of the lights. My stitch gauge is bang on. Row gauge, not so much.
Row gauge, not so much. Yeah, my row gauge has never been on. My row gauge has never been on.
I don't even count row gauge, to be perfectly honest. Also wants to see your, yes, I stole one of the inherited teacups.
Oh, yes. It's one of my great-grandmother's teacups.
It seemed like a good teacup size. It was evidently not a large enough teacup. Because I'm just falling asleep. More tea.
Uh-huh. That's...
Oh. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Doesn't help when not. Like I should knit on something that's like a little more engaging and then maybe my brain will wake up, but then all of my patterns are on my phone, which I need to see the chat. This is just poor planning on my part.
Do I do for finished 44, almost 45-inch underbust, or do I do it for 48-inch underbust? Noting my underbust is technically 47 and the chest is 53. Probably 48.
What's your shoulder measurement?
Nowhere near as big as my bust. If I make for my underbust at 47, it fits everywhere but the boobies.
Mm-hmm.
So I should probably make for the 48. It'll have a bit of positive ease, but it won't kill me, I don't think.
No,
Do like an inch maybe at most. Okay, so size 5 I am. It's almost, what I'm taking is their finished measurements and dividing it by the number of stitches I get per inch to tell me how many inches I'll have. If you take the total number of stitches,
yeah,
divide it by the number of stitches you have each inch,
yeah,
your number will be how many inches you have.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Good.
Mhm.
Math.
I'm
your brain,
awake.
your brain was having a moment. Yes, because
I'm
it's
so
48,
awake.
48.5, and I'm 47 here, but I'm 53 here.
Right.
But I don't know what my shoulders are, like all the way around my shoulders. That's an interesting question. Where do I stick my tape measure?
Next to your
Oh,
phone.
there we go. Nope, there you go. Now we're flat.
Also says if my stitch gauge is okay, the row gauge is out. If the row gauge is okay, stitch gauge is out. The two shall never meet. It's fair.
Oh yeah, 48 would be okay.
Oh,
You were just having problems.
day. I'm just
Yeah.
maybe I'll just stop for a second and just like hang out. Hey. Just chill for a minute. I'm having some moments.
Maybe we should have fed you coffee.
Maybe.
Tea might not have been enough.
Apparently not.
Wake up. Maybe I'll have more sugar.
That'll help, right?
You are not a standard sugar consumer, so consume sugar with caution. Because caution. So I'm casting on size 5. And then, oh,
Snore.
siblings test came back negative.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that is good. Their older sister was a close contact, so she had to go get a test done because she's a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently it came back negative. So I'm casting on size 5.
I'm not surprised. It's been nearly 2 weeks at this point by the time she even found out she was a close contact. So people were going to get sick. It probably would have happened.
Yes. And given my gauge count, even though I'm knitting in a size 44, for the fabric I like, I'll have a 48 when I'm finished.
So it says, that is the punishment for partying all night, Diana. I partied till like 12:30.
Well, teaches you, doesn't it? Should have gone to bed when she drove me off at home. She got home and gone straight to bed. You had
It
to
was only
stay up.
it was only an extra hour. I only stayed up an extra hour. 1 hour.
All right, what do we got going on here?
Rita says, I think Diana's gotten too much social life these days. Yes.
It's just me. I'm it. I am the social life.
Too much family. You're fine.
I'm not family.
Too much family.
I'm not people.
Oh my gosh.
I've been told that before. It's a compliment when people tell me about people. It means I'm not
It's the
stressing.
introvert. It's the introvert compliment.
It is the introvert compliment.
You're also only one person with a cat.
Yes.
You're not like 3+ other people.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cast on 124 stitches.
Oh, Rita's rapid test was also negative. Excellent.
Oh, beautiful. That is good.
Negative tests all around.
What's annoying with those rapid tests? You have to take like several of them across several days to be sure because they give off so many false negatives. Holy God, I do not envy people who have to do it with rapid tests.
I'm hoping I can avoid the whole needing to test thing. Like if I'm just never a close contact, then I don't need to test. Because it just doesn't sound fun doing these tests.
They're not bad.
I really don't want to ever have to do one of the nose ones.
I had to do one of those ones. More than
That
once.
just sounds horrendously upsetting. Bleh.
What are you, 4?
Yes.
Oh my God, it's just a cotton swab up your nose.
It sounds horrible.
I swear.
Don't ever want to have to do that.
For such children.
Rita agrees with me. Too much family.
Too much family is stressful. You can love them, but they're still stressful. At some point, you become your own adult.
Yeah, I think 3 weeks is too long for just seeing family. 3 weeks would have been the right amount of time if I could have gone and seen all the friends. But then
There's no
that
way you
was-
could have done that.
it was not a good idea to go see all the friends.
Could have done that, but you would have been one of those people that everybody complains about.
Yeah.
Legitimately and for reasons.
Yeah. So you were the only non-family person I've seen because you were already part of the family bubble.
I am already part of the family bubble.
So no other friends have been seen, which is disappointing, but the right thing to do. But the 3 weeks was planned with seeing people in mind, and there's been a lot less people and a lot more family. So like 3 weeks is like,
That's a lot of family.
it's
Hey,
a long time for family.
fudge, please.
Fudge, please.
I am a professional consumer of sugar.
Oh, and professionally consume some sugar then.
Since I could eat a bag of this and not be bothered.
Oh my gosh. I
You'd
definitely,
crash.
yeah, I would.
You would crash. So bad.
Asa partied till 2:30.
What?
So did Tracy.
Putting us to shame.
What the heck? Oh my gosh, we're old. Tests. If you just stay home when you're sick, don't need to test. Fair.
Mm-hmm.
Also, my sister has not taken a test since this started, but ending up in hospital, you need to do it, definitely.
Oh yes.
Got the saliva test in BC, which is much nicer than the nose swabs.
You know, I regularly use a chemical up my nose for my anti-inflammatory, like my antihistamines, that is way harsher than any of those nose tests.
Oh, jeez.
So to me, my brain goes, yeah, suck it up, baby. You'll be fine. I have to do something worse daily, like to breathe. Don't even come complaining. Just get the test done. It's fine. Just be glad you don't have to do something like that daily.
Oh, it sounds terribly unpleasant.
It's uncomfortable. Like getting a shot, it's uncomfortable, but really,
Linda, finished cast on of 248 stitches. And yes, people, family makes me so tired.
Mhm.
Yes, introverts.
Mhm. I've been told by several introverts that I am not a person. It's a high compliment for an introvert. They
Aaron
don't
fell
find me
asleep at
tiring.
8:30 p.m. or a.m. Because if it's a.m., you went hard, and if it's 8:30 p.m., you're even older than we are.
Aaron's younger than me. Aaron's younger than you.
I actually have no idea.
I'm pretty close. I'm not younger than you.
Karen, my neighbors partied until 3:30, so that's how long I was awake. There.
Till after 1 a.m.
Eh.
I expected the stuff at midnight because really, lots of people like to go Happy New Year and hug and kiss and gross, get away from me. But not everybody does. I was very confused as to why Mr. B sent me a text because, quite frankly, we had literally seen each other an hour before and it said Happy New Year. He made sure I got to the door okay and didn't fall, and took the buns home that I forgot to take out.
Mhm.
So he was serving his purpose.
We had the weirdest discussion on the way home.
It's
Started talking about gnomes.
Mr. Ben, it's always a weird conversation.
I feel like I was the one that took it to the weird place though, because we started talking about the snow gnomes that I was carving. And then we went to like a Kingdom Death place where the gnomes, snow gnome, because the
You
gnomes.
started it.
Yeah, I did. I really think I did. Because gnomes are just like, they're a hat and a nose and a beard, right? And they don't
Yes.
have like arms or legs
No.
or mouths or eyes.
Mm-mm.
So maybe they're not as humanoid as we think they are. And it's actually some kind of like weird Kingdom Death monster. And the hat is actually like a prehensile biological tentacly thing.
There are people who have gnomes up in their house still. You're going to give them nightmares.
Yeah. Enjoy your nightmare gnomes, everybody.
He goes to weird places right away all the time without fail. It's just how his brain functions. That's how you got the sock card set. That's why he made a mini Magic the Gathering booster pack for his mom's dolls. It's how his brother-in-law ended up with his own miniature do-it-yourself toolkit for foundation repair. It is how Mad Cash? No, Cash Cow was designed. Like, that's just, it's where his brain goes.
Moolah.
Moolah. For fun, he made paper dolls for his magic cards, like the paper doll coverings for different, like, that is what his brain does all the time. That is just how artistic he is. That's why I propose questions very carefully, because I don't know where I'm going, but it's down a rabbit hole.
There are 30 rabbit holes in front of you. Which one would you like to step in?
Which one would you like to pursue today? Because inevitably with me, we'll end up at magic, because he knows he can talk to me about magic. Which is fair, he's not wrong, he can.
Awesome. It says it's not COVID sick, but ended up in hospital on Monday. They suddenly found a brain tumor. Oh no.
Her
Oh.
sister's really sick.
Oh dang. I know. I heard about she went to the hospital, but
I told you.
I didn't realize that there had been a conclusion to that.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
It does suck. Hopefully they're able to remove it.
Yeah. It could end up being okay. Just long recovery.
Yeah. Brain tumors can be removed sometimes. It just depends on the nature of the tumor.
Hopefully it's one of the easy to go ones. Soxydana likes your fudge. She says it looks good.
It is good.
It's very good. I still need the recipe for that.
3.5 cups of chippets. 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. Stick in microwave safe bowl. Microwave until chips are melted. Do it at 2 minutes, then do it at 1 minute intervals. Add vanilla extract, a pinch of salt. I have never measured these things. And if you want center flavoring, 2 tablespoons of your flavoring of choice. Mix gently. Once combined, shove in freezer. Pull out, chop.
That's really straightforward. I like it. Okay, I'm making fudge.
That's what my mom's like, I need your peasant bread recipe. A cup of water at lukewarm temperature. Add packet of yeast. Add 2 teaspoons of sugar. Wait 10 minutes. Add 4 cups of flour and 2 pinches of salt. Dough. Does dough things in the oven. Rise. Split in half. Rise again. Bake at 350. There you go. Golden brown. Pull it out. That's how I do recipes, people.
I like it.
My mom looked at me, I'm like, I'll text it to you later. It's fine. It's because they're things I make all the time. It's like asking me for bannock. I'm like, guys, I just make bannock. I don't measure. I don't measure.
Oh,
'cause
Erin
I've
is
made it
younger
so
than
often.
me. Oh,
I was like, I think Erin's younger than you. Not positive, but I think she's the youngest of the 3 of us. I'm doing casting on 124 stitches. That's what I'm doing.
As it says, my gnomes are cute, and I would love that discussion. I could put in something about Nisser as well. What's Nisser? I feel like I'm about to learn something really creepy.
I feel like it's a good thing you're sleeping in your mother-in-law's house tonight. Because there's that creepy clown doll in your husband's old bedroom. Chucky level creepy clown dolls.
There's creepy little dolls everywhere. I've
There's a
got one
whole
of my,
bucket of them and they're naked.
I've got one of my carved gnomes out in the front yard now with a really long hat. So if it is a prehensile tail, it can like reach
gotta
in the
reach
front
too?
door. Yeah. I made myself scared of it, the thing I made. Oh, Rachel. Oh, Rachel's out. Probably already gone, but bye, Rachel.
People are gonna come and go. That's the nature of these things.
Erin continues to have maybe COVID, definitely cold symptoms, but so far just cold symptoms, so that's good.
It's fine. Stay at home, and if you get over it, you're good.
Yep. Oh, Asa's sister, the tumor is operable and they have not found anything spreading. So
could-
general optimism. Okay, that's good. No,
It
that's
could
really
just
good.
be a benign tumor that just grew, so that is a very good outcome to have.
And Karen says, my dad had brain cancer. It's scary. Oh my gosh, I bet.
A girl in my class in grade 5 had to have a tumor removed. She was flown down south for it. When she came up north, we all wore hats with her for a while because she had wigs and stuff because I had to shave her head. And in grade 5, that's pretty.
Oh yeah.
Well, when we have older siblings who tease us, it's a pretty big deal. So we all just wore hats and toques with her. And I had stupid long hair. She always wanted blonde hair, so she got a blonde wig. She's an idiot.
Yeah, that'd be difficult to get a nice blonde with Inuit.
Yeah,
Dark
yeah.
hair.
It's like Asian dark hair. It does not bleach at all well. It doesn't do blonde well.
Yeah, I imagine it would come out generally pretty yellow.
Yeah, so
That's unfortunate.
so she had some wigs and we all wore hats in solidarity with her in class and stuff. We were allowed to wear hats, so that way all of our hair was hidden as well. So that way she
that's
didn't feel
nice.
like she was different. She was just another person with a hat when she came back. There's some slight personality changes, but really in grade 5, there's slight personality changes from week to week for children. So
yeah, no, it's pretty normal.
there's no way to say one way or the other what causes them.
And just the trauma of having to shave your head and have your head operated on. That probably causes a few changes.
Yeah, she seemed fine. Battle scar.
Um,
And she got to fly down south, so really it was a big deal. Because then she got to eat fast food that we didn't have up north.
oh,
You have to remember, we didn't have KFC. That was the first fast food that came up north.
dang.
Yeah.
Wearing wigs is pretty fun.
And wearing wigs is fun.
I do kind of wish it was easier for me to wear wigs. I haven't bothered with wigs because I have way too much hair for it. And I'm a little bit sad about it because wigs look so fun.
Wigs are so much fun. A pain to deal with this much hair, but so much totally worth it.
Good luck getting knee-length hair under a wig. It doesn't work very well.
Well, that's not my problem now, is it? That's a you problem.
That is very much a me problem. Oh, Nisser is like gnomes, but they show their faces. Learning. I'm gonna have to Google this after.
You were going to have to do this after.
And Rita's got her ribbing half done.
I'm not that fast. I'm no Jen with the Festive Yolk sweater, which is supposed to take a year. She's already at the shoulders.
It's Jen
It
with the
looks-
colorwork sweater.
it's
It's
so-
not gonna take a year.
No, I know that's not going to take me a year either. I know as soon as I hit color work, that's all I'm going to want to work on. As soon as I
The
hit
whole
that
thing is
color work,
color work.
I am aware the whole thing is color work, and that's all I'm going to work on the moment I get to the color work charts. You know me in color work.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also the 1st of January, so I kind of sort of want to just cast on like 5 new things and not work on anything I currently have on works, because there's the check-ins with Loki's. Put them up till later. It's fine. I'm gonna tidy up my needles and cast on a bunch of stuff today. I don't want to work on any of the things I've got going.
No, it's January 1st. It's cast on day.
It's cast on day. I want to cast on a whole bunch of things today.
Absolutely. Sweet. So also sent me a link for this gnome thing.
Oh,
I'm gonna
good.
learn about that after.
Excellent. I love learning.
I need to stop playing with my phone so that I can read chat. Ah, yes. Also sent me a link. Yes. Good. Perfect. Thank you. I realized.
I have to cast on 124 stitches on fingering weight, so I'm just casting on because I need to cast on 50 million stitches, it feels like. I'll be at this for a while, it's fine.
Yep.
I did the Christmas Day cast on in the worsted. I had to count while on the Instagram live. That
Oh,
was
no.
awkward.
Did people help?
Oh no, it was me. It wouldn't have slowed down. Yeah, I want to cast on the up north cowl. I want to cast on my cowl. I want to cast on new socks. I want to cast on.
I want to do this quill crossing thing.
Yeah.
I think that might be my cowl for my bingo card.
Yeah.
There's gonna be so many sweaters this year. I'm so excited about sweaters. I am unreasonably excited about chunky weight yarn and how fast things go. And I don't know why it took me so long to figure that out.
Because you wear chunky weight yarn, you like it. And you've done chunky weight before because you did the Stephen West vest.
Oh yeah.
The cardigan, and that wasn't chunky, and you loved it then too.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it's taken me so long to go, oh hey, maybe I should do that. It goes faster.
It goes. And we think we narrowed down a pattern for you and your brother to have matching colorwork sweaters for next Christmas from your grandpa's photo.
Yes. I think I don't remember who posted it in the Discord, but it's
I
think Asa. But those free sweater trades, it's not a whole pattern. I have to find a pattern to apply it to.
That's fine. That's easy. Oh
Yeah.
no, find a basic sweater pattern. Apply chart.
Oh no. I might have to find a tin can knit sweater.
And yes, internet, I told her right then and there, get the yarn for both of you and I will knit Charlie's because you will not get through two because you will put it off and panic finish yours or Charlie's. Send me the yarn for one of those sweaters. I will do the other one for you.
This is might be a years long project. I don't know. It's a later project. It's just like it's in my head and I wanted to think about it.
I will bug you because if you haven't cast it on by July, you're going to be screwed.
It does not have to be done by next Christmas. There is no deadline on this project. It just is.
The bigger problem is going to be finding a cat sweater pattern to put the charts on so that Gilbert can also have a cat sweater like his grandpa.
I suppose people probably want to see what
they might want to see grandpa.
They might want to see grandpa. Okay, hang on. I have 2 stitches left on this and it'll fall apart if I don't do this.
Oh, was it like the last 2 stitches on a sock side?
Yeah.
Those are always awkward stitches. You always have to finish those stitches before you can do anything.
Okay. Oh, I have to attach my phone from here. Okay. Hang on.
Would you like me to put my phone on so you can read the chat on my phone since I'm not using it?
It's fine. I just
Then
have
you
to hold
can
it up for a
use your
second. Okay, where's the picture of my grandpa? Here we go. Okay, so it's very yellow, but let me just zoom in on this. Okay, awkward framing, but just bear with me. So I found this picture of my grandpa. We were going through old family photos the other night. And I found this picture of my grandpa and me and my brother are both like, ooh, sweater. So this is definitely a store-bought sweater, but I want to try making this sweater. And so I think now I have some charts that I can figure out how to do them in. I think it's got 3 colors of brown and then a main color of white. I think there's like a really dark brown, a sort of medium brown, and then like a light.
The photo is so old it's sepia toned.
Yeah, I know.
It could be any number of colors.
I'm sort of guessing. But yeah, this picture was taken when I was a baby. There are other pictures where he's holding me in the sweater and I am a baby.
You could ask your mom what color since she remembers what colors the sweater actually is. She might
Well,
not.
also we were looking at it in yellow light, and so that's also why it's extra sepia tone.
Yeah.
But I'm absolutely certain it's browns.
Okay.
Browns and creams. So I think I have a very good starting point.
Because I have some really old photos of my grandmother in the sepia tones and my grandmother's mother in sepia tones. But I also have like my favorite photo of me from when I was like a little kid at Christmas time. Not even really Christmas time, it would have been after Christmas time.
Oh, also asking about some of the yarn behind you. In one of the cubes on the bottom, there are some mustard yellow yarn. What is that?
This yarn?
I think that this yarn.
The closest mustard yellow I've got, and that's like the gold impeccable.
In fact,
Which
gold impeccable.
could definitely be a mustardy yellow. Could definitely be a mustardy yellow.
Hmm.
So people are going to start sending you matching yarn colors for you. Check out yarn. Yeah, no, it would have been a winter photo of me. I told you about the winter photo of me, my favorite one. Got pissed. Got so mad. And I have to be under 3 because my sister's in her christening gown and my dad's holding her and my mom's holding me. I am livid. Like my face is red. I am so angry. I'm just bawling.
You don't want to be
for
here.
all I'm worth. Like I am not having it. I am not having it. It is not happening. And I'm wearing my little blue cardigan. And I am pissed. That's my favorite photo of me when I was a kid. I was so mad. Mom has no idea what the heck I was so mad about, but I was mad.
Didn't want to be in that picture.
Did not want to be in that photo. Super did not want to be in that photo. I have to remember my mom has to phone and ask me which one of us had our tonsils removed in Winnipeg. It was me. My sister had hers done up north.
Right. You know, it's important to know these things.
Mom's like, how do you remember? I'm like, because grandma visited us in the hospital for mine and not for my sister's, which means we did mine in Winnipeg. Not up north. Grandma didn't visit us up north that often.
Okay, let's catch up on chat. Soxiana, like 7 minutes ago, had 8 more rows to go until splitting for sleeves. Rita's got color work on the body of her sweater. Jen is having great fun with the festive sweater. Soxiana is working on the Night Blooms sweater. Gonna have to look that one up. It sounds nice. Rita, I've been home a month and just now I unpacked my sweater that I was sew in ends. I need to do it next time I wash. Like it just needs ends sewn in. That's great.
Yeah, so I've been wearing the Moonbow cardigan. It still has an ends on top. All fully sewn in.
Also, you need to knit fast because you give up on color work. I will not mention the 8-bit. Oops, sorry, it got mentioned. Yeah. Just give it to Jocelyn. Yep, I know. I understand this is how I operate. Sweater looks Norwegian, probably different beige browns. I think so, yeah. It looks more mustardy in the cube, the yellow yarn.
It does.
Oh, she's counting. Okay, I guess I have to hold down the conversation. What's this notification? Oh, I also posted something in our show notes thread for us to read later.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I have the 8-bit here. It's staring at me. I want to be working on it, but the pattern's on my phone, and I also definitely cannot do color work and hold down a conversation at the same time. It's not a thing. I somehow thought that I would have, well, okay, that's a lie. I was gonna say I thought that I would have hours of time to sit and knit the sweater, and technically I actually have at my parents' house, but I got really into playing Pokemon on my Switch, and that's where several hours of knitting time have gone, playing Pokemon, and I'm not proud of it. But I beat the fire gym last night, damn it. Not last night, the other night. I beat the fire gym in Pokemon Sword.
Okay.
The sweater's not getting done, but I beat the fire gym in Pokemon Sword.
Why did you bring it?
And the Switch or the sweater?
Take your pick. I think either one could be listed here.
I brought the Switch because turns out my parents actually like Mario Party.
Oh, sure. Why not?
And I do want to work on the sweater. It just, there's Pokemon. And apparently I'm a giant child.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the look I was, yeah.
Mhm.
I expected that. I deserve that. I accept this. I have done it to myself.
Yep.
I am aware.
Mhm.
You may commence making fun of me.
All right. By the time she was getting ready to fly home and hadn't worked on it, I'm like, why are you bringing it? You're not going to work on it here. I know you're not.
I did a whole one row, thank you.
Singular row? Really?
Yeah.
That really?
Yeah, one row.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you flew it home from Ontario to work on one row.
Yeah.
You could have brought me the flipping winter cardigan and I at least could have seamed it and so it would have gone home to be finished.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I understand. I will probably be knitting Charlie's Christmas sweater. I am aware of this. I'm super okay doing that for her. It's not a problem.
I'm also okay with this being like a 5 years from now Christmas sweater. That's fine.
Could you grab my knitting metal tin, the Christmas one that we got from
Oh yeah.
Misty a couple of years ago, because it's got my stitch markers in it.
Where would I find that?
Coffee table, left-hand side, closest to us. See how I did that? On the left of the ginger ale bottles. At least because I live in my own space now and people do not move my stuff, I know where everything is because I'm the one who put it there. My life is filled with a lot less. Where in the world do people move this now?
Oh, Asa says she doesn't think the sweater has a shawl collar. It looks like a collar and zipper all the way up. It could be. I was sort of guessing from the pictures. That's honestly, that is the best angle of the sweater from all of the pictures. So
Well, and it doesn't have to be an exact match.
it doesn't.
It
No,
needs
I
to
just
be in the theme of.
I wanted to have similar colors and similar motifs so that you can like hold up the picture and be like, this is what I was going for, and it's obvious that's what I was going for.
Yes.
So close enough is close enough. I might do a shawl collar anyway, just because I like them.
And it can be a change in application. You don't have to do your brother's as a shawl color. He may not like shawl colors. He
That's
might
also
like
true.
the zippered color. Or
I'm also probably going to do it as a
color.
pullover because I don't want to do the zipper.
Zippers are not that hard.
Yeah, but I don't have the sewing experience that
They're
you
not
do.
a button. You do not. You need to watch a YouTube to do
I
a
know.
zipper. Zippers are not hard. Buttons are trickier.
But then I would also have to steek, and I don't want to do that either.
You can totally steek.
I totally can. I just don't want to.
Steeking is fine.
I'm sure it is. I just don't want to.
I feel like I should just like try to bust through my 8-bit so she shows up here on the 3rd and I go, and today we're going to steek Jocelyn's sweater because it frightens you and I need you to get over that problem.
I've cut my knitting precisely once. My adrenaline has never spiked so high. No, that's a lie. But you know, it was exciting. It was a very exciting day.
Me and Discord later. So Diana had a panic attack, but we did make it through steeking my sweater. She's the one in stress. I am the one sitting in the waiting room waiting for her. It was my sweater. Still confused.
Probably is how it would go.
Yeah. I can't do this.
I can't handle the pressure.
My tension is perfect on my sewing machine, so I just need to finish my decreases. Which, yes, I know it doesn't match in pattern. It's kind of irritating, but I just need to just do them and let it go. And then I can do the fun part, which is not the ribbing at the top of the collar. It's the steeking. That's the part I'm looking forward to.
That's the fun part.
That's the fun part.
The
I'm
cutting,
gonna
the
cut
knitting.
my knitting.
Ugh.
I'm inordinately excited about this. It's such a grand experiment. So good. Am I worried? Heck no. Do I have to do like a little zigzag seam up either side? No, guys. My 8-bit's out of Briggs a little. It is a good wool. It is a
Yeah.
good toothy wool. It is great. It feels lovely. I am super stoked to steek this bad boy. Am I going to do it anyway? Yes, because I might put a zipper in, in which case I want the stabilizing zigzag stitch on either side to help stabilize the zipper insertion. Do I know if I'm doing a zipper yet? No, not hot glue. I've not decided because I have not put it on me to see if I want to have a zipper or have a button band or have a non-button button band. Have not decided. Have not decided.
Sucksy Nana. Challenge 2022, Diana. I guess I have to steek something this year now.
She gets a present in the mail. It's my festive Yolk sweater. Hey, can you steek this for me?
No. No.
Well, thanks.
Steek it and put in a zipper. You can escape from the dungeon, but first you have to steek the sweater.
And insert a zipper.
No.
I don't even want to know how long that would work. Press and bend. I'd win that game. I'd win that game. I'd win that dungeon.
You would.
Okay, cool. Zip. So done. Next. Sorry, I thought you were giving me something complicated, like hand hemming and sewing your entire own Renaissance dress. Oh, you just want me to insert a zipper? Yeah, okay, fine.
I'd rather do the hand hemming. I'd be less afraid of things coming apart. Although I suppose hand hemming would take about 50 billion years.
The way you do projects, yes, it would take 50 billion years.
Well, I mean, if it's escape the dungeon by hemming this dress or die,
you'd hem the dress.
It would get done a lot faster.
Well, my hope is to have my walking skirt at the point where I've got it cut out, sewn, and ready for hemming, because I want to flatline it. So I've got a lot of steps to get to the point where I'm at the hem. So hopefully Erin's out of lockdown at that point and she can come over to help me pin the hem, because pinning your own hem,
basically impossible.
Basically impossible. You can guess, but if you want nice accuracy, you either need a second set of hands or a tool. And I don't have a tool, and the second set of hands will come over and enjoy a cup of tea. We'll visit, and I can start hand hemming. And I hand hem my hems. So I hand sew my hems down, because then the stitches are absolutely invisible from the front side of the fabric. So it's just clean to the bottom. Clean to the bottom, because I flat line. So I attach my stitching on the underside, so the right side of the fabric gets folded under for your hem piece. And then when I sew it, I'm securing it to the flat lined lining on the inside.
Right, so there's no stitches.
There's no stitches on the front. There's no top stitching on the front, which is just a beautiful, clean look.
Top stitching is not period.
Not even top stitching is not period, which it is not period, because it wasn't the thing we did for the longest time. It creates a visual differential, because you get that line, a little bit of fabric, and I like that clean all the way to the bottom look, which you don't get in modern day fabrics, and doesn't work for what I like. So because I know that's what I like, that's what I'm going to do.
Makes sense.
I'm also seriously going to take a look at tarlatan and floor braiding.
Floor braiding.
Is
that the stuff that you sew around the bottom to keep your skirt from getting dusty and frayed?
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Pretty much, yeah. The tarlatan for sure, because it stiffens the skirts, and that's just an ingenious idea, and I don't know why we gave that stuff up.
I don't know, because that's so great, because that's how you make the skirts poof the way that they do.
The way that they're supposed to. And everybody's always looking for the skirt poof, but we don't put the tarlatan in. And I can put the tarlatan in between the lining and the outside fabric, so I don't have tarlatan next to my skin at any point in time. And tarlatan can be scratchy. It's a rough fabric. Hello. Yeah. And I'm lining in a linen. I'm lining in a muslin. Like, I'm lining in really lightweight fabrics. So it's not affecting the weight of the skirt at all. And the first one I'm making is a winter one anyway. I'll make summer dresses and summer skirts a little bit later. So that's fine. I also need to track down Evie's cardigan from the Mummy to make from the opening library scene. I want to find a knitted patterned cardigan like that. So I want to knit the cardigan, but I want to sew the rest of the outfit.
Right. Makes sense.
I got to show you a photo. That's what I got to do. Stop casting on. Get distracted with your cellular communication device and show a photo.
Absolutely.
To do. Oh my goodness, it's already after 2.
Satunana says, close your eyes and go for the steeking.
Yeah.
She's also asking, can you show your dress / pattern? I can help you hem.
Yeah, I can. It's actually a truly Victorian walking skirt pattern. So Truly Victorian is a website that takes 18th century, 19th century patterns and gets them published so that you can literally buy a printed pattern to a size ratio rather than having to size and draw your own pattern for Edwardian and Victorian patterns and stuff. So I bought the walking skirt, and technically it's the wrong blouse to pair with it because it's a cutless blouse, so it's a low cut blouse rather than the high cut. But I'm gonna have to work. I can do evening dress blouse tops with my face structure and the way it works and the way I wear my hair. But if I wore the high necked ones like Diana does, my face is very, very round. And there's nothing wrong with having a round face. I just look better if I've got a V or a square or a scoop. If I've got something that's up at the collarbones, it needs to be like a turtleneck. Like, it either needs to be the same width as my face, so I have no neck, or I need to elongate my neck to balance the roundness of my face out.
So no crew necks.
No crew. You've seen me. You saw me in the flat white sweater. It's a crew neck. It looks off. because it just
Fair.
fiddles with the face of my shape a little bit too much.
I like
And
a crew neck.
I don't have to be period correct because I'm not doing it for that. I'm doing it to wear every day. Like it's this is stuff I just want to wear. If I was doing a period piece, I would do it to period specifications. Like when I make the medieval kirtle, it will be made correctly, and I will have the wimple. I will have all of the I will have all the
The full
accoutrements.
costume.
It'll be a full thing because I'm doing it properly. But if for like wearing around town, I'll fudge it a little bit because I want to have a little bit more of a modernistic, so I don't get looked at quite that funny.
Makes
Not
sense.
that I
Makes sense.
particularly care overly much, but it just makes my life a little bit easier. So I'm going to do that. But for the walking skirt, it's a standard Gordian walking skirt. It's nothing fancy. I think it's a natural shape or a bell walking skirt. I also want the princess one, which comes up like really high and it's got boning, and then it frames out into the walking skirt. But I want to do that in my pink plaid because I've got in the pink plaid with a black V-neck, more it's more modern because it's a V-neck dress shirt, but it'll have the little puff sleeve and it'll have like 3/4 or
That'd be
full
so
sleeve
cute.
black dress shirt.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Which won't technically be period, but it will be the history bounding level of period. Like it'll have period influences to it. For the first walking skirt, I'm doing it in a darker plaid because it sits at the regular point and I have enough of that plaid. I might be able to tailor a vest. And if I have enough to do a tailored vest, I will then do a V-neck proper dress, like a little more modern dress shirt, because that'd look great. Slightly open V-neck with the vest and a low positioned tie with a little, not huge, like we're not talking 1880s poof. Like I do not want an 1880s poof.
No, that's too much poof.
No, I want like more natural 1890s poof, like the smaller poof. Smaller poof. I can do the smaller poof. I'm not ready to rock sleeves at that level. I'm not ready.
So it's a Victorian walking skirt is
A Victorian walking skirt.
as in a skirt for going walking.
As a skirt for going walking.
Okay. Just clarification requested.
Yeah. There's also I think they got the bifurcated skirts, so you could have secret pants.
The secret pants.
You could have the secret pants.
Yes, I watched all the secret pants videos.
I thought you might. I was like, oh, this is dying up.
I know a surprising amount about historical sewing for being somebody who doesn't sew.
Who doesn't sew?
I watch a lot of historical sewing videos.
I'm gonna do more fantasy stuff too, which is just it is fantasy. It is not historical. It takes a silhouette shape and makes it whatever it was. So like I want to do more cosplay stuff too, which is wholly different. Because I want to be, will you be white blood cell to my red blood cell?
Sure.
Then it'll be fun. There's a second season. There's only 6 episodes out in English.
Oh, no,
but there's a second season. I want to be white. I want to be red blood cell from Cells at Work. You could also be platelet if you wanted. I don't know how we would find you a shirt that long or how you'd be comfortable in shorts that short, but you could be platelet if you wanted.
I don't think I can adequately capture a platelet.
Oh, excuse me. But you could do white blood cell because you could run around behind me going, die, germs.
Oh, hey, red blood cell.
Oh, hey, white blood cell. You always have to keep track of me because I get lost and you like tea. Like, I don't understand where the problem is.
I'll go white blood cell.
And we can make you a dirty white blood cell like you just finished a fight, so it's not all white.
Perfect.
Things we're going to do when the pandemic is over and conventions of an anime nature is one of them.
It's basically like a white jumpsuit and a cap, right?
It's a white jumpsuit and a cap.
I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do about the hair.
Well, if we've got most of it up under a cap, we can put you in a wig. Because you can also use you can pull it up into the cap and have the cap help secure it. Which will help. Because you never take the cap off.
It's true.
So
it's part of the uniform.
It's part of the uniform.
But I like the idea of doing a convention in a jumpsuit and a cap.
I know.
This is my costume.
With work boots.
I love it.
Could you be more comfortable?
Sounds perfect.
Whereas I'm thinking red blood cell because she's got shorts. So I have some exposed skin so I can breathe. Otherwise I overheat real fast. And she doesn't wear a lot, but she's not like super skimpy.
You're right. Yes. Just like the cute short skirt, not like
short shorts. She was wearing shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she's got the tank and she's got like the bomber jacket style thing. And then she's got a fanny pack. So it's like, I'm going to have all of my accoutrements in my fanny pack. And then all I'm doing in photos is folding my cane up and tucking it behind my back in my waistband so that you don't see my disability cane when we post for photos.
I mean, it matches with the colors.
It does. And I get to wear a hat and have short red hair.
Sounds great.
So cool.
Okay, we'll do
Which
that.
I may actually, given the haircut that she has, may just cut my hair to that length and dye it red.
Even easier.
I know. Then I don't have to worry about it. But we'll see. There's so many anime things that I could just for fun do. What was I doing?
I think you were pulling up a sweater pattern or something. I don't remember.
Oh, yes. I remember what I'm looking for now.
It was the sweater for the thing that we were talking about like 10 minutes ago.
The mummy.
Yeah. Does she sleep the entire time that you do these?
Yeah, sometimes.
Wow. She's just out.
Yeah.
Oh, twitch, twitch.
It's nap time. It's middle of the day. We're a cat.
Oh, I'm awake. I will not yawn.
Sure you are.
I refuse.
Continue to lie to yourself. That's fine. Oh my good gracious.
Also says I can't wait for those photos.
Of us being red and white blood cell.
Yeah.
It'll be so good. It'll be one of the few times we don't all groan and put on a face while we take photos. We have to make Ben something.
Can he be a platelet?
He would be an adorable platelet, but I don't know how we're going to talk him into doing that.
Could he be a T cell?
He could totally be a T cell. I don't know if he'd want to be a T cell. We'll have to ask him what he would like to be.
Maybe he wants to be white blood cell.
I doubt it. He's got this thing about men in anime. He tends to prefer the female character costumes. He finds them more interesting.
Fair. They are more interesting.
They are more interesting, so it's not like I can really argue with him about that.
You could be the cedar pollen.
Cedar. Oh my god. Guys, it is a terribly cute anime that explains the human body. But they give everybody anthropomorphized characters. And all the monsters are like the kid cartoon monsters. So the like circles and squares and big blobs and stuff. Oh, they just, in season 2, they do good bacteria.
Mm-hmm.
Look, it's so cute. Oh my, I need some of these cute little, and they go, Mom, and they have one word, and a regular cell's trying to rescue them, right? So he suckers white blood cell into helping, and of course they're germs, right? So white blood cell has to then figure out that they're good germs, not bad germs, because we have both in our bodies.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a story of returning these baby good germs to their environments they need to be in so that they can grow up to help the body, right? So freaking cute.
Chat's excited for our costumes.
Oh, I'm excited to be able to do things. It should only be a couple of years, so it's not too bad.
Got time to work on the costumes.
Given our nature of doing things, yeah, we need them. That's the Eevee costume in the opening library scene.
Oh, okay, that's cute.
Yeah, so it's got a 1920s vibe to it, so it stops at like the tea gown length.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seems entirely functional.
But it is a very functional outfit because, well, all of them are, if we're honest about it. I haven't picked anything that isn't functional. And they still wore corsets in the 1920s, so I can still wear a corset.
Mm-hmm.
And still be okay to do that with my hair in a braid, even though I won't technically have the right haircut.
Mm. Close
That's
enough.
okay. That is okay. It's not the end of the world, but I really like how it looks. So that's the Eevee costume that I want to do. Because while I don't have the bangs, I could put my hair up in that kind of a bun.
Oh,
yeah, I just wouldn't have the bangs for it. And I'm not going to give myself bangs because bangs are notoriously annoying to deal with because you have to go get them trimmed on a regular basis. And I'm really bad for remembering to go to the hairdresser.
or you figure out how to trim them yourself, I suppose.
No, it's not happening.
Yeah.
So
You have to like style them.
yeah, that's too much work. I am
Yeah.
exceptionally lazy. That is not going to fly.
I will never have a hairstyle that requires styling to look like something.
No, it's not happening.
No.
Not happening. So that's
This
another
is my hairstyling. I put it in a ponytail.
one of the outfits I want to make this year. Again, though, there's a lot. 'Cause, like, we did. I really enjoyed the gender bend of gray and Natsu we did. That was fun.
Mhm.
So I'd like to keep cosplaying. It's just finding characters from shows we both enjoyed that we want to do. We can somehow sucker Ben into doing as well too, because he's our third for anime conventions. We
Yeah.
leave Mr. Diane at home because it's really not his thing. It's not his
Super
thing.
not his thing.
I mean, he'll come to the science fiction fantasy ones with us, and then we're a
Absolutely.
group of 4.
He might surprise us and come to the anime one eventually. Like, he doesn't
Maybe.
know what any of the things are, but it's like, it's still interesting to look at.
He might. I mean,
He
he's
might
more than
surprise
welcome to
us.
join us.
Yeah.
He might not be ready for 14 hours of anime.
Yeah, we'll get a hotel room.
And then he can just go do his own thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair. No, I think that's a good idea. And then, yeah, because you, me, and Mr. Ben, we can do 14 hours of anime.
Yes.
I don't know.
I also don't know what most of them are, but I have fun.
Yeah, I don't know if he can. That might be too much. Mind you, if we're in Toronto, you can just go do your own thing.
It's Toronto. There's a lot of own thing to go do.
There's a lot of own thing to go to. So, but there's bigger things we want to do. And Knit City, which I think we probably should just do this year, even though we'll still be technically in a pandemic. If it's not a mini, if it's a mini, then no, let's not. But if it's a regular sized one,
Yeah, those are in October.
yeah, it's
Okay.
in October. So we'll know later this year if it opens up and it's not a mini. I think I'll book us a hotel room and flights out.
Sounds good.
Or I will book us a hotel room, my flight out, and then tell you when I'm landing and to be there before.
Okay.
Or just after, because I stress out flight attendants.
Yeah.
I stress out flight attendants when I
I
fly
will
by
endeavor to
myself.
be there before.
Otherwise, somebody's always like watching me at a distance while I sit somewhere. Just creeps me out because I'm aware someone's watching me, but I cannot see what's going
Oh,
on.
jeez.
So then I just get the creepy someone staring at you vibe, and I don't know what's going on. Because I don't know what's going on. And then I'm like, is it someone who knows me, or is it someone who thinks they know me and they don't want to say anything in case I'm not who they think I am? Or is it just some weird creepy person? Because that happens to me a lot. Or is it or
Somebody
is it
who
the
means
attendant?
well but doesn't know what to do.
Or is it a flight attendant? You know, like what the is going on here, people? Don't understand.
Soxy Nana. Sorry, ladies, I'm off to put the ham in the oven and get some coffee. Sounds great.
Ooh,
Please check out my latest podcast if you have some time. Have a
Sure.
terrific day, everyone.
me too.
Yeah.
I like checking out podcasts. That's not a problem. Which is good because we've been on for 2 hours, so we can probably wrap up as well.
Oh,
a little over
2 hours. Oh gosh.
I have to get her moving or she's going to fall asleep,
I
guys.
really am. This chair is just like so soothing.
I have napped in that chair.
We'll have to trim the monster's nails.
We have to, I will show you the scissors before we awaken the beast.
Yeah.
That seems the better way of doing it.
I might look up a very brief video just so I know where I'm cutting.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because I have to show you on her, so yeah. Let's
Yeah.
do that and then.
Yeah.
and
Okay.
then
I'll do a
register
little
the
bit of
beast.
YouTube education and then we'll try it.
Then we'll do the beast. Because it's not hard. I just don't see well enough to do it anymore on my own. So I can absolutely walk you through it. I just can't give you the visual cues as well. That's fine. On the bright
Okay.
side, I'm almost cast it on. I'm almost finished. So I don't
I'll work on it more later.
more later.
More later.
More later. Where did I end up sticking? Oh, it's in my bra. That's where it ended up. Yeah, because that's 50 stitches to the marker. So I'm almost at count time again.
This is the collar of the sweater?
Yeah, it needs to be 124 stitches.
Okay.
Because I definitely have 28 stitches.
Sweater. So excited.
28 stitches per inch, not 20 stitches per inch.
Yeah.
So I had to do some math. On the bright side, we should be good. And my collar should be nice and wide so that it sits farther down. I'm also going to have to watch and do my measuring because my gauge from wherever this ends up, which I can hold up once I'm done, to my armpit is different because it's not as big as it needs to be for my size for everything else. Because I'm not 9 between here. I'm closer to like 7.5 to 8.
Right.
So there's like a whole inch difference, which creates that extra piece of fabric right here that you get sometimes in your sweaters. It's because you've got too much in here.
Yeah.
So, and I don't like that. So I need to watch and be careful about that. But that is a problem for another day.
Yep.
Today's problem was starting the cast on, which I did. It's just going to be nothing but cast-ons tomorrow. Cast on 50 things, guys. I'm not casting on 50
I only brought
things.
yarn to cast on one thing. That's all that's happening.
I'm not doing it. But I do need to go through my needles and find things and clean things up tonight. So there may be some casting on tonight. I'm watching season 3 of A Certain Magical Index. So
I'm gonna see about working on some 8-bit. Plan for the rest of the day is Mr. Diana is getting a cast,
yeah,
which I have nothing to do with.
yeah.
And there's roast beef dinner, but I think that means I can otherwise just like
Knit.
chill and knit, which sounds
Sweet.
great.
That sounds amazing.
I might hide in a corner and listen to an audiobook and knit and just not be around people for a while. Sounds great.
There's enough nooks and crannies in your mother-in-law's house to do that.
Yep.
You can disappear for a while before anybody finds you. Also,
I
you
need
could
to start
die
the
and it would
book.
be weeks before anybody located your body. So be careful.
Also
about
that. I need to start The Name of the Wind for January book club. That's what I need to do.
You haven't read Name of the Wind yet?
No, it's been on my recommendations list for probably a few years.
Yeah, there's no way I didn't try to upsell you that because that's a good book.
You're not the first. Well,
No.
actually, you might have been the first, but you're not the
last,
only
no.
one.
Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss became a pretty big thing.
Yeah.
But by the time everyone's like, you need to read this, I'm like, yeah, no, I read it right after it came out of hardcover and paperback. But thank you for suggesting it. It's a good book. I absolutely agree. I was one of those ones that when Patrick Rothfuss was a guest person in campaign 1 of Critical Role, I was more excited about him guesting as he's a guest NPC. You have to watch campaign 1.
I know. I got through episode 1, but the audio was like, I know it gets better, but like
It's hard.
it's
a
little rough.
The first 6 or so were rough because they were just doing it. They were just doing it to see what
Yeah,
happened.
and they were just figuring
And
it
they-
out.
and
I
they
know.
get-
I
and they get
understand.
it,
I
but-
completely understand.
Even I struggle with episodes 1 through 6.
It's pretty bad.
Pretty bad. But once you get over that, you're fine. Yeah, you just have to get over that rough patch. That's good. But yeah, no, I was more excited about the author because I knew more about the author than I did about the characters at that point. It's like, I know that one. I can get excited about this guy. I know who he is. Oh, goodness.
That's great. Okay, cool.
We're all caught up on chat.
We're all caught up in chat.
In which case I can say until literally tomorrow,
Yeah, less than 24 hours.
no matter where your day takes you. Don't forget to knit. It's like literally a day.